All right.
Oh, there it
right
is.
here. Mm-hmm.
So got it.
Got it.
Right. Damn. Jesse.
Oh man. 3. All right. So 3, 2, 1. Hey yo, what's going on? Made it. Keeping 100 right now. We keeping 100 right now. We lit right now. But you know what?
Yes, indeed. We are lit, ladies and gentlemen. We have made it to another episode, and this is not an ordinary episode. We have now reached the century mark. We are talking about the 100. Ladies and gentlemen, this couldn't be a regular episode with Jesse and myself. So we had to bring along a couple of friends, a couple of brothers. And tonight we have 2 guests, and we have a returning guest, and we have a new guest on our podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We are introducing to you, by the way, live from YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, we are introducing to you a former guest that has been on our show 2 times. We have been blessed by this man's presence. Introducing, or should I say reintroducing, one of the greatest men in the Bay Area, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Wad.
What's up, y'all?
Brother.
He's back, my boy. He's back. 50 podcasts later. Come on now. Come on now.
I'm
Nothing
back.
left.
There we go. And introducing, ladies and gentlemen, a new guest that we have, a first-time guest to the Them Dudes family. Introducing, ladies and gentlemen, to a great rapper, a great musician, and an overall great humble person. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing for the first time to the Them Dudes Random as Hell podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your boy, G-Ray!
What's good, everybody? What's good?
What's going on, man? Oh man. This was anticipated, man. Anticipated episode, man. We needed this episode. God damn, dude. This is crazy. 100? That's tough.
We finally made it, guys. And if you think about it, we've literally become Benjamin Franklin's. We've literally become $100 bills. And that's the highest currency bill, if you think about it.
Wow.
So, guys, we're gonna have a blast tonight. Anything and everything that's on your mind, let it freaking loose. Because if you don't, it's like holding in a dump. If you don't let that dump loose, it's gonna hurt your stomach. So you gotta let everything go. Let it all loose.
Trust me, you don't want to do that. I've done that. Actually, I think I did that today. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yo.
Oh man. Oh man. But what's on everybody's mind? Like what's something that what's something that you guys have seen, like social media or on TV, that kind of just either just gave you like, that's interesting, or just like, damn, like I didn't need to know that.
That's a very good opening question. In Jesse's question, what do you guys think about that? What's something that has surprised you guys, or maybe has been of shock value? And we'll go in a circle. Hey, Wad, what has that been for you, brother? Anything that has shocked you as of late?
I mean, it's kind of like I'm a little bit shocked because people gave it a bit more attention. Was that one song called Not in My Town, which I'm a little bit surprised that like a lot of people, the silent majority, really came out and put that song on, like, I think I could be mistaken, but it's like #1 on like a certain chart and so and so.
It's in the iTunes chart. That's right.
Yeah.
It's a country music song. That's right.
Yeah. And it's a country music song. So it's just like, wow. are people now finally kind of like getting the gist? Like they're kind of all getting tired of all this like crap that's going on and such, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and then we can probably discuss this a little bit later, but I definitely want to hear your comments on the whole Sounds of Freedom movie.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah, and Jesse and I, we saw that movie together for sure. That's definitely something that we will be talking about a bit later on. That we definitely will touch up on that because it was an incredible film. It was an emotionally driven film, and honestly, Jesse and myself, we recommend that film. We couldn't recommend it more strongly than we have. It's an excellent film, and it's
For sure.
definitely an eye opener for sure.
Never
Yeah.
seen it.
Oh no, dude, trust me, G-Ray. If you ever get the opportunity to see it, man, it's definitely a movie or a film that should be watched, man. It's well worth it, man. And going back to the original question that Jesse had presented, since you here being the artist slash musician, what has been like a song, and you can even choose one of your own if you'd like, but what has been a song that has truly spoken to you or has impacted you in a strong way?
Wow, that's a great question, man. Honestly, a song by Biggie Smalls, Juicy.
Oh, okay, wow.
Okay, I'll see you, my boy.
We're talking about an
Is there?
all-time great song. And so how has that song impacted you?
I mean, I just grew up listening to it in the car, and it's on my girls' playlist. So, and then I listen to the lyrics, and I'm like, man, if only that was me. So, so man, I'd be picturing that all the time, but just in the car listening to that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you just be hearing the "you know very well who you are."
Yeah, I think I was listening to that bitch earlier today when I came coming back from work too.
Oh, snap. The coincidence, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 100. You got G-Ray talking about Juicy. You got Jesse listening to it. Coincidences, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't a conspiracy theory, by the way. This is a conspiracy that converted into a fact.
Hey, something that I saw on Instagram, right? So since we're talking about music, right? I saw something, and I've actually saved this because I wanted to talk about this here. That I've hold on, get to the save, and boom, okay.
All righty.
It says here that the Bay Area is when we talk about like rappers, that the Bay Area rappers is in the ranking list of the 50th greatest rappers. Like basically saying that like the Bay Area has one of the most like greatest rappers of all time.
Wow, so
Legendary.
like top 50 in the entire country.
Yeah.
There are, in a sense, in those 50, there are a majority or there's a good portion of artists from the Bay Area / California.
Yeah, like just the Bay Area. Yep, and,
just the Bay Area.
Yeah, and it pretty much like lists all the rappers of like who are like the greatest rappers like in the Bay Area. I didn't even know there's about 50 rappers. Like, to be honest, I only know like a few. Like the first 50, his name is Selski. I never heard of him. Big Rich. I heard of Lil Blood. Rex Life Raj, never heard of him.
Yeah, Rex Life Raj, he's good.
Selly Cell. Okay, I think I heard of Selly Cell.
Yeah, Selly Cell.
Then just moving, to the top. Who y'all guess is number one? Who y'all guess who's number one of like
Tupac?
Sadly, no.
What?
Wow, and that was a really good guess. That was a really good guess.
No, that was I ain't gonna lie to you, I thought he'll be up there, but surprisingly he wasn't.
Let's
Like
see.
he's
Damn.
not. He's
I
not.
would
But
say-
Tupac is not even. He's not even. He's not even in the rankings of the greatest rappers in the Bay Area.
Oh well, because
That's
technically,
crazy.
what did Tupac rep? I think he repped like L.A., right? Like Southern California.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Well, but the thing is, he lived in Oakland and such like that, so that's kind of like why he's technically considered Bay Area.
Yeah,
So-
that's a good point you bring up,
Yeah.
Big One. That's a really good point. If anything, whoever did that list maybe didn't look too deep on the geographics, because
Maybe.
if anything, if Tupac did live a good portion of his life in Oakland, that's like a blooper if you think about it. It's like, damn, he
All right,
was in Oakland. It's
I'll
like,
tell y'all. I'll give y'all a little hint. Who's number 4? Like in the rankings, Mac
Mhm.
Dre is
Oh,
number
wow.
4 on the Mac Dre.
Okay.
And number
or
like
that was
greatest
gonna be
rappers
my
of all
number
time.
one
It's like
guess.
That's
like,
high.
yeah, Mac Dre.
You
is,
know,
well, go ahead.
all I was gonna say was that like, I actually, so I mean, I'm not really like the biggest Mac Dre fan out there and stuff like that. I don't really listen to a lot of his music, but like a lot of people actually like told me that like his career was actually really short lived and such. So but like it's I don't know, like it's just that like with the amount of like music that he was able to provide during his like career and stuff like that, it just kind of gave him that status as like a Bay Area legend and such. So I don't know what you guys think.
That
be honest-
honestly, you sum it up really good. You
Pretty
summed it
much.
really
Honestly, I think he would have made number 1 if he was still alive. But I'll
Mhm.
tell y'all who's number 1. Too Short is number 1 of the greatest.
Too
rappers of
Short?
all
It's
time.
wild.
Too Short.
It's
Yeah.
wild.
You
So-
know what?
so-
I was thinking E40 would have been number one.
You know, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
E40, yo.
E40 is number 2.
Oh, that makes wow.
Oh,
Yeah, so
Wow.
So the first 5, it's so for the first 5 is Too Short, E40, MC Hammer, Mac Dre, and Keek the Sneak. That's
Wow.
the top.
Hammer.
That's the top 5 right there.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
MC
And-
Hammer.
Yep.
Hey, G-Ray's going to be like, he's going to be on that list one of these days. G-Ray, we believe in you. And this is no exaggeration. One of the, and I still play the song. I have it on my playlist. And I will be 100% honest and transparent. I'll listen to friends' music, and I obviously support. But to be honest, I always kind of give a like an impartial judgment, and it's not that I'm like saying other people's music are like trash or they're not good. It's just maybe they don't like resonate with me, and it's maybe not my thing. But to this day, I have 2 songs on my playlist from G-Ray. And the one that never escapes my mind, and I always, when I show friends or family one of your tracks, bro, it's definitely So Cold. So Cold
Wow.
is a freaking banger, man. It's
The very first one.
yeah, dude, that one is freaking incredible. It's like the intro, how it starts, and just oh man, dude, like it's just incredible. Definitely, I would say that song. I'm not even a club person, but you could definitely put that song in a club. So it's definitely a club fitting song.
Appreciate it, man.
Is that like your
Thank
first
you.
song you made? So you said the very first one. Is that like is that the first song? Sorry, first
Yeah,
song
I
that
had-
you made?
Yeah. Yeah, very first, man.
That's
Crazy.
great.
And G-Ray, you remember those samples or those other songs that you had done? Remember when we went to the complex in Oakland in 2019, and I forgot the name of the song, but we were all on stage. It was you know, your boys and myself and yourself, obviously, and we play that. You perform that one song. It's like I forgot how it went. Squad, yes, Squad. It's like turn up, you fake, Squad. Yeah, I was like, damn.
Yeah,
Everybody was
dude.
feeling that. Everybody was like, boom. Everybody was like, yeah. Honestly, like it felt like a Waka Flocka moment. Like everybody was like, yeah,
Oh, fuck.
go.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, what's up,
you
Hip Hop?
know, yeah. So you know how like we're right now we're on the subject of people trying to make music and such like that, like out here in the Bay and such.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so like there's actually a funny story that I can tell you guys.
Mhm.
So I had like a friend, okay, who was actually trying to like get into like the whole rap industry and such like that. Like,
Okay.
so he would just like once he graduated high school, he just started like making a bunch of music, putting it on his SoundCloud and such like that. And
Okay.
like some of his music was actually all right, you know what I mean? But like other people just thought it was just like, yeah, I mean, he's definitely just clowning, you know what I mean? But then one time he actually like released a song with I don't know if you guys heard of the rapper called D'Lo.
Kilo,
D-Lo.
yeah, of
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
course.
D-Lo.
yeah,
D-Lo.
yeah,
Yep,
man.
D-Lo.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well known.
So yeah, he made a rap song with
Wow, dude.
but no, here's the thing. Now this is where the story gets like crazy. So he made a rap song with D'Lo, and he actually like put it like on his SoundCloud and such. I have the link for it, but well, I can look that up later. But anyways, then I asked one of my homies. I'm like, dude, so how the hell did he get D'Lo? And then one of my homies straight up smiled and said that, dude, something crazy turned out from that. And I'm like, what happened? And I guess what happened was like, so obviously, like the dude obviously had to pay D'Lo for like his services, to
For
make
a
music
feature,
and
yeah,
such.
for a feature.
Yeah,
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 I
that
guess
sounds about
they,
right.
yeah, I guess they had more music planned out and such like that, which the dude had to, already pay him and such. And I guess he went over to the studio, and I guess he like knocked on the door, and like I think it was like a security or something like that. And I guess he was just like, hey man, so I'm here to make some music with D'Lo and such, so and so. And I guess I don't know if it was D'Lo who came out or I think it was the security, but they straight up said like, bro, I never seen you before in my life. Like get lost or so and so. And
Wow.
they were,
What?
yeah, it was some shady stuff. And then like I guess my friend kept pushing it, trying to get in and so, and I guess they kind of a little bit show that they're not playing around and such like that. So my friend basically got kicked out the studio area and such, and like yeah, he got done dirty. According that all of this is according to my friend, but like my friend wouldn't just lie to me like that. Do you see what I'm saying?
That's great.
That's
So the
tough.
thing is with that went down, did he actually speak with D'Lo? Like did he converse with him over the phone? Was he messaging him through email? How was it that he even knew he was contacting D'Lo?
So well no, but well, here's the thing. They did make a song together and such. Like
Oh,
that actually
previously.
yeah. So they made a song previously and such like that, and then I guess he was gonna pay for more like services from D'Lo and such to make more
Yeah.
music. Which
Yeah.
since he already paid the song, it's like I mean like paid for like like more content and stuff like that. I guess D'Lo when he came to the studio, I guess they just completely just like kind of did him dirty and shit, and then that's kind of how. Yeah, it went to a sticky situation, but yeah.
Damn,
That's
Terrible, man.
insane.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, listen, I think that's messed up. Like the part where it was like, man, get out of here. But like him trying to like force his way in, like, all right, man, all right, come on, like you ain't gotta do all that, man. Like he got security there. Like, come on, they, I don't know how big they were or how skilled they were. But it's like, come on, just if he's saying he don't know you, he don't want you there, he don't want you there. Just go ahead and leave, my boy. You don't want to
That
get
is a good amount
involved.
of money.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That
the
is a crazy.
money.
And you said that he did a song with D'Lo too, or they did a song. He did a
Yeah,
song
they
with
made a
D'Lo.
song previously.
Yeah, they
That's what
did.
the what said. Mm-hmm.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
I think that's why
Wow.
D'Lo. I think that's why he ain't trending no more. I see.
Wow.
That's tough. No, that's tough. Come on,
Crazy.
and D'Lo. And I wanted, and I vouched for him to come back. Now it's like now hearing this, like, damn, that's messed up. That's messed up, D'Lo.
Wow.
What's up with you, dude? Come on, you think because you just made No Ho, you think you all that? You only made one song. Well, I'm pretty sure he made others, but
No,
like,
he's got some bangers. He did one with Jay Stalin. And I forgot who else's feature. It's like I'ma do me, you do you,
oh gosh,
do you,
Vocals.
do you. Yeah,
oh damn.
that one's a banger, bro. Hey, I'm telling you right now, if D'Lo had a shot, or if say G-Ray in a sense paid for a feature to D'Lo, and D'Lo were to turn down G-Ray like that, best believe we're rioting. Ain't no way they're
Yup.
turning down G-Ray like that. They ain't turning down G-Ray like that. We won't let that happen.
Oh my
I
soul,
feel
boy.
like, yeah, like if that was to happen, I just go to the studio, do my thing. But in this industry, I feel like a lot of people get disrespected. That's why I'm not on the first episode because I was like, I need to earn my respect. I need to make more music. It's a respect factor, you feel me? So yeah, so
That's
you don't get
awesome.
played.
That's
That's a
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
don't
yo,
get
Real
played like
quick
my friend.
question. Go ahead. Hey, what?
Oh no, no, no. I was just gonna say, yeah, don't get played like my friend.
Yeah, like you gotta earn your way up,
I mean,
you
listen.
know?
Yeah.
I don't think it's any other tough than like all these other, I just think you would think that a person like that who's like, regular person, not really famous, just think a lot of famous rappers, they get it done dirty a lot, not about, come on, let's be real. Maybe we don't know some of the stories, but let's be real. Behind the scenes, they getting done dirty. We know how the music industry is. They can do people dirty. Man,
I agree. I agree. There
yeah,
definitely can be some I guess you could say uh mischievous acts that definitely aren't shown publicly, but in today's digital world, it's really hard for things like that to even be hidden because everybody's business is out there.
it
It's
sure
almost
is.
it's almost it's more difficult to preserve your private matters, and it's more easily accessible, or it's to be put out there at a more accessible rate than any time period in our history. It's freaking insane, and it's crazy because when it comes to the music industry, it literally ties in with like, again, the music industry is a branch of the entertainment industry, and then the entertainment industry right now, they're getting hit heavily, and one of the things that a lot of people now are being fed up with is agenda driven propaganda. So I don't know if you guys heard recently, but there are kids shows, right? Where it's literally like they had an animated Transformers cartoon. It's like those 3D animations.
Right.
And apparently on one of the episodes, I think it's one of the Autobots introduces himself to one of the human characters and states states their pronouns as they them.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
They got the Autobots. They got the
They got him.
Autobots. Oh man.
Wow.
At least we still got the Decepticons. Megatron,
Yeah,
that's my boy.
the Decepticons.
At least we still got them.
They'd be the bad guys, and like, what's your pronouns? Like, I don't identify as a pronoun. It's like,
Right.
oh, the bad guys are now the good guys in reality.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm about to touch up on something about Decepticons and villains. I don't know if y'all ever like witnessed this in movies, superhero movies and stuff like that. Y'all ever notice? And I'm pretty sure y'all would know this by watching like Avengers. Have you ever noticed that like, okay, as we were younger, we always stood by the the heroes, right? But have y'all ever wondered like the villains are right, like literally like the Decepticons, we could call them evil. They want to destroy Earth, but what they really want to do is recreate their home and just be home, you know?
Oh,
And
that's
yeah, I
awesome.
mean, and it's like, and it's crazy. I started learning this ever since after watching like Avengers. Like, if you think about it, Ultron and Thanos were pretty right. They weren't lying. You know what I'm saying? They weren't lying. Humans can be a little mischievous, and they just want to recreate a world where it's peace, And it's like, damn, why these villains are hitting right now? They hitting.
Or same with Killmonger too. The Killmonger was also debatably not a bad guy.
Because I had discussed, me and my homies, we had a discussion about this, about Killmonger. Literally, like, yeah, he was really a bad guy. Literally, to be honest with you, the Wakandas were kind of okay. I don't think they were, well, the younger generation, but obviously, like, what's his name, father. I want to say he called him a bad guy, but he was like the suspect. I mean, he killed his father, right? He killed his father, left him for dead in Oakland, and he obviously Killmonger thought he was going to come back home to Wakanda. Never got him, so they left him stranded. That's like, and the way how he,
Sad.
the way how he the way how he was like in Black Panther, he did come off a little too strong, but in all reality, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. What you guys just think?
Yeah.
What you guys just like emphasis on that?
Yeah, that's honestly a good question to ask. Yeah, like G-Ray and Haywad, bringing it to G-Ray here first. What is your perspective or thoughts on how the dichotomy and how the like the outlook, how it's maybe changed the of the antagonist protagonist, bad versus good sort of retrospect. How do you feel it's changed, or do you view that maybe like the bad guys are maybe misunderstood, or the good guys are maybe given to a little bit more credit than deserved? Like, what's your take on that, G-Ray?
Well, I feel like back then, growing up, you just see the bad guys as bad guys. Now they got like this whole perspective of like who they are and where they come from. So it's like they're almost good too. I feel like they have their own world. That's what I feel. So
For sure.
crazy.
Hey, well said, well said. And hey, what about yourself, brother? What are your thoughts on the question that I presented?
Yeah, so like I kind of feel like the same, like kind of how like when we were kids we just viewed that like, oh well, he's the bad guy, so like he's obviously wrong and shit like that, you know what I mean? But then like kind of like now that once we kind of get a bit older and such like that, these bad guys kind of have like a little bit more to them, if that makes sense. Like, okay, I won't cap with y'all, but like I don't necessarily will say straightforward that like villains like Thanos are like evil and such like that, just because like, dude, the purpose of what he did and so, okay, sure, I'm not saying kill half the universe is good, but like his purpose was to save the universe because of all the resources that's being used with overpopulation. And like I you can even other villains you can kind of debate aren't really like, okay, so here's the thing. You can say someone is an antagonist, but you have to really think what you mean when you say they're evil. Like, you can kind of even debate that the Joker is not even evil himself. Like, the Joker came from like like, I mean, all the BS, like I kind of view him more as like someone that's like trying to kind of get equality for criminals, just because like criminals always get shitted on in Batman and Gotham and such like that, and like in kind of like you know what I mean, like, and then like other characters like I don't know, like I'm just trying to think, or okay, here, if we can go back to Killmonger. Killmonger was also kind of like one of those villains where it's like, okay, like kind of how Jesse mentioned, like, dude, they killed your father, they didn't let you go back to Wakanda, they like, I mean, his so it's like, and like when he goes to Wakanda, his purpose was to kind of bring their resources to the outside world where he can help his people. So it's kind of like, okay, obviously, like I don't support like, like their strict methods and such like that, but like we kind of have to really think what we mean when we say is the villain evil? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. If anything, we like as viewers, especially now since we're already so grown and we're already mature in that sense of kind of being able to understand like the true meaning, like is what the movie is trying to represent. is the evil person who they want to depict as evil, are they truly evil? And is the good guy truly a good guy? Because like it honestly it's always good to see like that perspective. Like in my opinion, the movie where it's truly like the guy who was portrayed as the good guy, in my opinion, deserves to be the good guy, is like Neo in the Matrix. Like,
Wow.
yeah, because if you think about it, this guy is literally trying to escape a system that enslaves all of humanity, like all of mankind. So if anything, him being able to escape out of that, who wouldn't want to root for a hero that is attempting or trying to do something like that? Because everybody wants to get out of what is routine, and everybody wants to get out of what is like mundane and dim. So Neo is like a spectacular hero in my opinion, because one of the persons who uses this a lot, this talking point, is Andrew Tate. Like he speaks on escaping the Matrix and all that stuff. But if you think about it, like in the movie The Matrix, it's like we all root for Keanu Reeves, because no one wants to be enslaved in a system.
Yep.
I never would have. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy that I'm hearing a lot of reference of like the Matrix. I used to like always like question like, what does the Matrix movie have to do like in real life? Like what you just said, people talk about, you know, escaping the Matrix, red pill, blue pill, you know, like, and I'm just thinking like, man, people really created this stuff and like really making like reality when, you know, it was a movie. It's crazy. Like one thing, maybe I have a little bit of question on this. What does like describe what it means to escape the Matrix? Like I kind of have a thought process of like what it means, but like what's the full meaning of like escaping the Matrix?
I think this is a good question to bring up to the panel here in the podcast. We'll circle around for sure. And I have a pretty deep thought on this. But hey, Wad, what are your thoughts on what it means to escape the Matrix?
So, okay, so I get so this is like like an opinion based answer. So like I'd say my idea of escaping the Matrix is just getting out of the system. That's just how I see it, and I can kind of maybe give you some examples myself, just because like funny as it is, I kind of like have talks with this with one of my closest cousins who like kind of woke me up from a lot of this like such, you know what I mean? Funny because we even referenced that like I just like like entering the Matrix and such. So like so we talk about the idea of like getting out of the system where like we feel like every day like us humans like living in a like for example us being in America, we're expected to kind of like graduate high school. After high school we got to go straight to like a 4-year college and then get into a bunch of student debt, and because we're in student debt now we have to go find a job that hopefully we can get with the degree that we studied for. And then once we kind of get that job, like you're going to be working for months up until probably even years to go pay off your debt. While in the process of getting your debt, you're eventually going to run into some other responsibilities. That's going to be whether having to pay for a new car or let's say getting married. And then once you get married, then like, you want to get a house, get a mortgage, then have a kid. And now you're basically in a full system. You know what I mean? The whole script of a system. So and from what I kind of learned from my cousin, who literally like because he acknowledged that this is all like he just didn't want to live that systematic lifestyle, he decided to ended up opening a business. Once he opened a business, he became the only owner and the only employee. So he ran the whole business by himself, worked 7 days straight, and he worked like enough years, I think probably for like one full decade, and now he's like about to retire like at 45 years old. So, and which is actually like, much sooner than most people think. And now he's already like on the verge of like traveling around the country, and eventually he's going to try to buy farmland, and then he's going to basically like create his own farm now. So, yeah.
Wow.
and that's what he wanted to do. And which, if he were to live systematically, he most likely would have already, probably would have had kids right now or something, and then like would have had to, would have been in some student debt and such like that. And again, I'm not like, bunking on anybody that wants to like become parents and so on. So like to each their own. It's just in his view, he wants to start the life that he wants, which is to get his own land, and travel.
Wow.
So yeah, that's my take. Yeah.
Well, that honestly, that was definitely a fire take, man. And to be honest, those sentiments on my end are very similar. G-Ray, what about yourself? What do you feel it means to escape the matrix? What do you think of that?
I think to escape the matrix is basically fighting what you believe is normal and being outside of the box versus what society wants. Um, Trying to go for things that seem impossible. Really trying to achieve what people don't want you to achieve, and looking at life like a matrix is kind of like saying, I'm going to graduate high school and yeah, obviously go to college and do what everybody else is doing. So basically,
Yeah, if anything, that's well said too. Because I mean, if anything, it's like summing up both your guys' points, G-Ray and Haywad. It's almost, if you think about it, it's like the rat race, and that's something that a lot of people have considered to be a part of the matrix itself. And the thing about the matrix, it's like it's almost like a game. It's a simulation, because there are certain people at the very top. They're the ones that are in control of things, and in a sense it's their system. And if you think about it, there was one point in time when the United States truly was a liberated state. So it was during its independence, when it was when it obtained independent statehood from Great Britain, right? We're dating all the way back to 1776. And if you think about it, that the United States itself was founded on principles of liberty. And what people don't realize is that the bigger that the government and our government has become, the more our rights and liberties have become restricted. And if anything, the matrix is being kept alive by the elitists and world governing powers. So the thing is, what they want to do in a sense is create everything in unison. So it's not just the United States government governing its own citizens. They want to create a world body where it's a worldwide government and it's all under one system. So they want to have everything under a monetary, religion, and basically political or socioeconomic system. So but what I'm noticing, to be honest, is a lot of people are waking up to this nonsense and shenanigans that are being played by the puppeteers. And so these puppet masters are seeing their final moments, because a lot of people are now realizing that this is a game, and since it is a game, we want to play as well. We no longer just want to be NPCs, non-playable characters, or just simple pawns. We want to actually be protagonists.
yep.
Not gonna lie to you, man. Y'all gave me makes sense. Damn. For real, yeah. Like, and listen, there's nothing wrong with like having that type of life, but I guess for some people, like, it's crazy. And I'm kind of seeing everything, like just going to work every day, dealing with the same traffic, dealing with the same work environment, the same people, who come to my job, customers and everything. And I'm literally just sitting there. I'm just like witnessing, like, damn, it's crazy that people actually run their life like this all day long. It's crazy. And they go beyond, like, like 20 years doing this, like 30 years. I'm like, man, this is crazy.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine like someone, like for instance, my dad? He was in the restaurant industry for close to 40 years, and it was hell. My dad said he wouldn't wish his worst enemy to work in like the restaurant business, because he said it's very demanding, and if you're not doing your job right, or you're slacking, or you're lacking, with no hesitation, your employer will cut you loose.
Yeah. Like that?
Shit.
Like just one mistake? Like
Oh,
just
no.
one-
It's almost like a repeat offender.
Oh, okay.
If you are constant, like if you're making your mistakes a constant, then most likely you're gonna be like that one show on Food Network. You're gonna be chopped.
Yeah. You gonna get the boot for you.
You guys know that one of the best, and I mean the best shows on Food Network? I'm telling you guys right now, it's that one show with Guy Fieri, Diners, Drive-ins, and Dives. Come on, y'all gotta admit that show
I
is
ain't gonna lie,
gold.
I ain't gonna lie, you damn near ear breaking when you did say that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's wild.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I wasn't a big fan of the Food Network back then, so I don't really know any of the like shows. I'm highly disappointed that I don't know that.
Wait a second, Jesse. I know a show that I'd be very saddened if you guys don't remember the show, because this show was an early 2000s show. It had one of the best. It was the best show on Food Network. Do you guys remember a program called Emerald Live?
Why that sounds so familiar?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, G-Ray
familiar.
remembers that. So
Hold on.
the chef was
familiar.
Emerald Lagasse, and every time
he would come on like late at night in the morning.
yeah, it would be a pretty late night show.
He would
And every
like,
time he'd be cooking up, he'd be cooking for the studio audience. He'd make them something like, "We're preparing this," and he'd be like, "Bam!"
Yeah. Hold on. I might get this one wrong, but I know because when I was younger, I would always like, get up to like, you know how like, late at night when you still have the TV on. I don't know if you guys ever had that, but when I was growing up, I used to like keep the TV on, right? Just let it play, right? And then sometimes they'll have like just like, just like commercials or whatever. And I saw a guy where he would cook, and basically he would like, they would do like commercial of like new new kitchen items. Like it might be like a new like a seat, like when they was coming up with the see-through grill, or the new knives and shit that could cut easy or something like that. Was he doing that stuff, like showcasing like new like kitchen items, or he was just cooking?
Yeah, this guy was strictly, I mean, to be honest, the way I remember it being was him just straight cooking.
You know what? Hold on. Now it's replaying now. I think I know who you're talking about now. Okay, yeah, I have seen him. He'd be like late. He'd be his show would be on like late night, right? Like 2 in the morning and some shit, right?
Well, those would usually be like the replays, right? But those programs would air kind of late, like around 8-9 o'clock in the evening. But I think if anything, those could have been like replays of the original. But I heard another voice. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if it was you, G-Ray, or Hey Wad. Do you guys? I heard you guys respond positively when I had mentioned Emerald Lagasse. So you guys do recall Emerald?
Nah, not me.
Now you G-Ray. Do you remember
Yeah,
General?
yeah.
What is there a particular moment that you recall of his show, or for the time being you can't really draw back a memory from the show?
Um, Honestly, a few years back, he was actually in a commercial, and then I was like, "Oh, that's that dude that I used to like wake up and like wipe my eyes." I'll be like,
Yeah,
"Bam,
I knew it was that. Yeah, I knew it was that nigga. Yeah, I be the
yep,
same
yep,
way.
yeah,
Yeah, waking up early in the morning, I'll be like these. I'll be like these. I wake
yeah,
up, nigga cooking. I'm like, that should look good. Now just go back to sleep.
yep."
That is him.
That's
See,
right.
I knew that was him. He sounds so
Yep.
familiar. Damn.
That dude is a legend, bro. Before Gordon Ramsay, Emeril Lagasse was like the chef icon. He was like super well known. He was like a chef superstar. Oh man.
Damn. The times, man. Man, like me and Julio always talk about, always on this podcast, like how much these kids in this generation just don't know. Like all like the TV commercials, the TV shows, and just oh man, so memorable. Man.
Bro, it's not even that. You know what I was thinking about the other day? I was thinking about this, and guys, I know you guys may feel the same way. And to be honest, I haven't had this in a few years, but like going back to like the fast food industry, like back in the day when we were like teenagers, kids, like don't you guys remember how iconic those freaking food bags look like? Like we're talking about like the where you would get your meal in, like how freaking appealing those bags look like. You guys remember? Like especially I'll have you guys reminisce. The old school McDonald's bag. We had like that giant M, had that giant M around like the bag. It was a brown bag with that giant M with the solid red background color on where the arches were. Y'all remember that?
Nah, not me.
Dude, that's one of the most iconic McDonald's look. And then when I think about that, it makes me reflect and remember those damn French fries. How freaking good they were back then.
They were. Hey yo. Hey, it's crazy. Our chat's not going so crazy right now, but when we got some people in the chat, some dude just in the chat, referring to like the cooking shows. He said the Iron Chef days.
Oh, shoot. Yo, the Iron Chef
days.
Oh my goodness, Iron Chef America.
And he also referred to when you was talking about the McDonald's old bag. He said the Taco Bell, what's it called, the chinchilla.
Oh, damn. I'm telling you, man. Like bro. I mean, if you think about it too, Taco Bell had the Chihuahua. Y'all remember the Chihuahua?
Oh my goodness.
It's like Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Oh my soul. That was the commercial. It's like
that was a commercial.
Those were the days when fast food like were good. Taco Bell was good. McDonald's was good. Man. That's crazy.
Back in the day, they weren't trying to kill us. Back in the day, it seemed like they actually put on some effort. You know what I mean? They were serving happiness. A Happy Meal actually meant something. Now a Happy Meal is bringing on sadness. It's like you eat a Happy Meal and you're still depressed. It's like this is some false advertising.
Wait, hold on. Why you say that though? Like eating a Happy Meal? Would you exaggerate it, or like no?
No. So remember back as a kid, like back in the day, bro. Your parents, they'd be like, hey, my son wants a Happy Meal and this and that. You get your Happy Meal, you get it in the box. And this was before they were serving all that weird stuff. They weren't, back in the day when we were still getting Happy Meals, they didn't come with no apple slices. They didn't come with no milk. What the hell are you talking about? They came with chicken nuggets, or a cheeseburger. And on the fries. It ain't coming with no milk or apple slices. What
Straight
Wait,
up.
hold on. They really didn't have no milk or damn, they really
Back
didn't.
in the day, we talking about
didn't.
like late
It was
90s, early 2000s.
It was just the fries. It was just the fries, the burger, and the small drink and the toy.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Don't need nothing else.
Or also too, they could give you those pocket pies, or what was those called? Y'all remember those pies that they would serve? They'd come
Apple
in
pies?
Yeah.
You talking about
And
the
it would come in a pocket though, like
Apple pies.
Yeah, the apple pies. Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot the other pies that they were selling too, but yeah, I remember the apple pie though.
Oh man, freaking as a kid, I remember back in the day when we used to go to the Guadalajara supermarket. There used to be a freaking McDonald's right there, and every time we'd exit the store, I'd always be praying, "Let's turn right," because that's where the McDonald's was located. Let's turn right. We turned and left. I was like, "Ah, we're gonna go to McDonald's." And my dad's
You
like,
over there
"Hay
crying.
frijoles en la casa, cabrón. There are beans at home. We got beans at
Yeah.
home, damn it."
Hey, some dude in the chat, he said back in the day we had chicken nuggets that had 10% chicken.
That's crazy.
Oh, snap. And if you think about it, what does those chicken nuggets have now? How much percent of it is actually real chicken? Bro.
-10. Hey, -10.
-10. Bro. Yo, oh my gosh, man.
-10.
Oh my gosh, man. You just imagine that, man. But I mean, guys, like, dude, you guys know which restaurant / fast food spot is one of the like most nostalgic, when you go there and when you think about it, it's just freaking amazing. You guys here tonight with us, do you guys remember Red Robin's?
Nah, that place
Yeah.
not that good.
Oh, hey, what? You didn't like? No way. Hey, Wad, bringing on the controversy. No way.
Yeah.
No way. So, what are your thoughts on that? Hey, Wad, why isn't it not? Why isn't it so good? What's
It's just kind of like any other burger restaurant you can think of. Honestly, like it wasn't really special to me, bro. Honestly,
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, why? I ain't gonna lie to you. It is almost like Applebee's, though. I ain't gonna.
I know for real. It's just like another Applebee's.
damn?
It is like
Hey,
Applebee's, though. I ain't gonna.
I gotta make a
Oh, man.
defense here. I gotta make it here. Hey, Wad, check this out, my brother. Dude, I'm telling you right now, my brother. How about them steak fries? I mean, them fries weren't your regular
I ain't
fries.
gonna lie. Those was some big ass fries. They was good though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You feel me? Hey, and if you weren't careful, they burn the shit out of your mouth. You bite into that. It's like the roof of my mouth is freaking on fire right now.
Well, I never had steak fries, so I can't really say.
Bro,
I'm
it's been a
telling you,
long
hey,
time.
Rod,
I only went to Red Robin's once in my lifetime. It was cool. I mean, honestly, I have to agree with Hayward. I mean, to be honest with you, how I felt, it was just like another Applebee's. I ain't gonna hold you, even though I know the steak fries they was bombing, but I ain't gonna lie to you. They would. I mean, to be honest, I'm pretty sure Applebee's got some steak fries in there. Or they about to. Just give me the stack. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe that is true. Possibly down in the future.
Hey, this dude.
G-Ray, how about yourself, G-Ray? What are your thoughts on Red Robin's?
I remember having like a shake back then.
Okay.
It was good, bro. Hard to remember, but I had a shake or something. Do they still have that? Do they even have shakes?
Yeah, I believe they do have shakes still at Red Robin's. It's been a minute since I've been there, but
Is Red Robin's? They still in business? I thought they.
yeah, they got one in Pleasanton. Yeah, they still active.
word? No,
It's like
it used
get active.
Oh,
They
damn.
active still, man.
It used to be one in Newark, and they closed that one down. So I just thought they went out of business. Or
Oh
something.
shoot, man.
Oh shit!
I mean, it's got like Red Robin's. The thing is, like, I mean, G-Ray brought up shakes. Have any of you guys here tonight? Have you guys? And I'll already answer before I even ask the question. I have not. But have you guys tried when it was out? I don't know if it's still out. The Grimace shake from McDonald's.
I heard that bullshit.
Yep. Yes, I did.
How was it?
So the Grimace shake was pretty much just kind of like, okay, it is a pretty good shake. I'm not even gonna knock on it. I just I think I don't. So they changed it, luckily, but like apparently, like the scam that started off with the Grimace shake was you had to buy the Grimace meal, which was like $12 if you want the shake, and which was kind of like a good business strategy just for people to kind of like buy more of the meals. But now they individually can. I think you can now individually buy the shake, and I would suggest getting it. Honestly, it's good.
You know what I heard, and since since you tried it, I you know what I heard? I heard it's super sugary. Is that true? It's like super sweet.
Yeah, it is sweet. I won't cap.
It's like, damn, you might as well just pour a whole bag of sugar in your cup, and that's pretty much what you're drinking.
No, you're not wrong, Jesse. You're really not wrong.
Damn, man. That if anything, don't have sweets for a week, and prepare your palate for something extremely sweet. And what about you, G-Rate? Have you tried, or did you try the Grimace shake?
No, but I've seen those TikToks. People going crazy, man.
doing hacks and shit.
Dude,
Doing hacks and shit.
oh my.
TikTok, I swear, it's a love and hate that I have with TikTok. I love it sometimes, like, but then I see all this other shit.
Dude, speaking of freaking TikTok, have you guys seen the latest NPC challenges that people are doing on TikTok?
Wait, are you referring to that girl?
Yeah, I'm talking about what's her name? Pinky Doll?
I don't even know. To be honest, I don't even get what's like her thing. I don't even get it, to be honest with you.
So the thing is, it's like a super chat, and you pay. So they're like emojis or they're like symbols, and you basically choose it, and you pay. You're basically giving the person money, and they're doing whatever they're doing. Before I actually kind of interpret what they do. Haywad and G-Ray, are you guys familiar with what I'm even speaking about?
What do you mean?
Okay, so there's a new way that TikTokers on TikTok are making money. And so, for instance, say I'm one of the audience members, and I'm looking at a person that is TikToking. I can throw them like a hot pepper, and they'll have to imitate like, oh, hot pepper, ooh, that hurt. It's like hot. And then it's like someone throws them ice cream, it's like, ice cream. Oh yeah, ice cream, good. It's like doing the most. It literally looks like these people were me back in my middle school days when I was in special ed. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? What in the? Yeah, it's like roses. I smell the roses. It's like everybody's doing it, dude. There's been viral videos of people who have been doing it, and parents have been watching it, and parents have called, like, they're like, say mom called dad on the live stream, like, something is seriously wrong with our boy. This boy ain't right in his mind. I'm like, damn, dude, what is going on? This is like literally the Tide Pod challenge without that much toxicity. But I mean, these internet challenges are becoming more stupid. And you know what's funny? TikTok in China, they're educating their citizenry. They're teaching them how to do stuff. Well, over here in the United States, we're teaching people how to become a child again. Makes no sense.
I have no words to I have no comment on that, to be honest with you. I have no take on that. That's just kind of stupid, to be honest with you.
It is, man. It is.
I mean, hey, listen. I mean, listen. Hey, whatever pays the bills, I guess. No.
Yo, check this out. I actually reported this on my Twitter. Apparently, Pinky Doll allegedly makes $7,000 a day.
And this woman will be on. Wait, what?
On TikTok. Yeah, doing these. Yeah, she makes $7,000 a day from doing this NPC thing. We talking about like, oh, ice cream. Oh, thank you. It's like, oh, pizza. Oh, I like the pizza. It's like, oh my God. So those emojis pop up and you have to like react to it. It's like, oh, TikTok hack. Yeah. Oh, nice. I got my TikTok hack. Oh, I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Hey, honestly, now that you kind of bring this up, Julio,
Yeah.
what's your like? I kind of wanted to. So I one time made a YouTube video about this topic. Okay.
Okay.
And like,
Okay.
I kind of like feel like maybe it should just be addressed because like this is what your, like this whole TikTok thing just kind of brought it up. Do you guys think? And of course, so I want y'all to chime in if you can. But like, do you guys think our standards of entertainment or comedy has just completely just like gone down over the years?
Jesse, go ahead. Answer. You're first up, brother. Answer that, man.
Maybe just for me, I'm a little bit different because I'm kind of like Julio in a sense where I just laugh to anything, even if it's something that's like really not funny. Okay, there's times where I have not laughed at something that's not funny, but like I do laugh at just like anything. Like if someone do something stupid, like I'll just burst out laughing. But because I hear a lot of people, especially our friends too, they talk about it too. Honestly, I think majority of these people, maybe for me personally, maybe just a little bit. I think people are out of pocket at times of what people are doing, like in terms of like entertainment, trying to be funny. I think people do go over that boundary of, maybe just a little bit. What's you guys' take on that?
You know what's crazy, because Haywad actually brought up that was a really good question you brought up, Haywad, because to be honest, man, comedy has dramatically changed, and it's changed for the worse, not the better. Because nowadays you can't really say anything edgy without coming off hand or being like coming off hand as being considered off-putting. It's like you can't say absolutely anything. And as a matter of fact, we were kind of trolling one of my friends on Twitter. He has a pretty good following. His name is Sir Doge. He has close to like 200,000 followers. He follows me. I'll reply to his tweets every now and then. And he literally like he's comedic. He's pretty funny. And speaking of Sir Doge, he's actually going to be in a space this Sunday. If you guys do have Twitter and you guys are interested, it's going to be a public square space. Declaration of Memes is also going to be on there. Rabbit, who does like statistics, he's going to be on there. And also like the major guest on this panel for Twitter on Twitter Spaces is going to be Donald Trump Jr. It's going to be a crazy space. But going back to the original question, or even this is tying in with what Sir Doge did on his Twitter page. He shared a white image. He's like, finally a meme that doesn't offend anyone, and it's just like it's just a white thing, and literally it's like everybody's like, we were just joking around with this, like, oh my gosh, look, this is like the definition of white privilege. We're joking around with it, and it's like we were just finding a way to be offended, how people are offended about everything. And then he posted, how about this one? It was a black, just just straight black screen. It's like, oh my gosh. It's like, this is just like, it's like, where is the color in this? So it's like, this is just like, where's the other representation of other colors? Like, this is just madness. And so the final thing he did, which was funny, was he did half black on one side and half white on the other side. And then we were like, oh my gosh, look at this. There are a lack of representation of multicolors. So if anything, it was almost like an experiment, but it was all just like fun and games. But if you think about it, if someone wants to, they'll find a way to complain about something. And it's sad that comedy, which was supposed to be an art, and it's supposed to be an art where you're able to express yourself, and not only be able to express yourself, you're also able to be entertaining with it, be witty with it. And that's an art that has sadly been lost. And And if we don't do anything about it, and luckily we have people who have pushed back towards it, like Dave Chappelle being one, the art of comedy can die, and we don't want that to die, because if it does, we are completely screwed. And G-Ray, if you would want to chime in on what are your thoughts with regards to like the comedy world or things in general in that field.
Like Instagram and TikToks that have just somebody following, and there's like 1,000 comments of everybody laughing. The simplest type of comedy. Anything can make everybody laugh now. It doesn't really take effort anymore. It used to. It's comedy is supposed to be like an art, but at the same time, it's how you see it,
Yeah. That's well said. Yeah. Totally.
What kind of like brought me to this kind of question and such like that was only because that like I sometimes like feel that like a lot of people like they're so an example of so this is just like how where I kind of like watch like where I kind of try to get the easiest way for me to get comedy is just by watching sitcoms, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like the problem, so I grew up watching sitcoms, but the problem is that today's sitcoms are just so whack.
Yeah,
I just kind of
honestly, I think me and Julio could agree with you on that. Now, I 100%, they're horrible. Like this generation, they're horrible.
Yeah. So like, it was like because I don't know if you guys ever watched this old show. I mean, like, I'd be surprised if you didn't watch it or at least heard of it. It's a show called The George Lopez Show. You know?
Oh yeah.
I heard of it. I haven't gotten to it yet, but I heard of it. Yeah.
Okay. So I just had like it was like nostalgia for me, you know what I mean, when I watched that show as a kid. So I kind of decided to download Peacock and get in a subscription where I can kind of watch the old show because it's there on Peacock, you know what I mean?
Oh wow.
At the same time, they also have his new show called Lopez versus Lopez.
Yes. I've seen a few episodes of that show. You're with the other protagonist is like a George Lopez's daughter, right? Like
that one.
Yeah. I know where you're talking.
Yeah, okay, so Julio knows what I'm talking about. So anyway, so this one also has like a like George Lopez as the main protagonist and such like that, so. And then I mean, okay, this might be an issue just because like maybe I'm just comparing it too much to the older one. I mean, I know they're just different characters, and I know like this is just like a whole like different story. But like I just feel like the jokes in that show is just like it's way too Gen Z, if that makes sense. Like it doesn't like they're just way too careful with joking and such like that. And some of the jokes don't really like, I guess, I mean, maybe it just doesn't apply to me, but like, I just feel like they're just way too accommodating to this generation standard. You know what I mean? How they talk about like, you know, like they're shying away from like stuff that like could offend someone, like when it, like they're like, and you like, let's say when they get into a touchy subject about, for example, I'm not saying that this was in the show, but like, I just take an example from other sitcoms when they talk about like abortion and so on and so yada yada, then they just kind of move on from the topic real quick, or at least they kind of take this, they say a comment that takes like the liberal view or so and so, like not just abortion, but I'm just kind of throwing one out there, but like other situations where it's just like it's just kind of like I feel like it's just too accommodating to trying to push the whole agenda toward our Gen Z audience. Do you know what I mean? So
oh yes, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm wrapping it up. But like, so like, and then shows like that, I just kind of feel that when I watch like older like 2000 show, like for example, in this case, the George Lopez show, it just seemed like they were a little bit more like they weren't as filtered as much, you know what I mean? And like they were willing to kind of go into like areas that like, you know, like in this era, like shows wouldn't even go that far, you know what I mean? But like, it just kind of shows that I guess we just kind of got, I'm just being real. I just feel like we got soft as a generation. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. To be honest, to contribute to what you just said, it's like the George Lopez show, the original one from the early 2000s, and Lopez versus Lopez. It's like one of the things is that one didn't care about political correctness. One absolutely toes the line of political correctness. And the George Lopez show, I mean, the original one bro, it was George Lopez sometimes being racy against his father-in-law because he was Cuban and stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's like that's the shit that is funny because it's people being real.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like
for real.
yeah,
He be
it's
grossing
people.
the fuck out of him. He be
Yes.
saying Cubans can't. I think I think one joke he be saying that he knows that Angie's father know how to swim because he's Cuban. That's how he gets away. Some shit. That should be having me die.
Yes, that's like so real, man. That's how you talk with your friends behind
Bro.
closed doors. That's how you talk. That's how you talk to people. But nowadays, it's considered to be like offensive. It's like, bro, this is literally like we're becoming almost like a Nazi Germany if you think about it, because other people will be snitching out. Other people like, oh, you're not gonna believe what so and so said behind closed door about this
Yeah,
group of
we got a
people.
whole lot
It's
of
like,
feds out here, bro. They
are
feds.
you kidding me? Bro, you know, if anything, like all of us, bro, we're a diverse group of people here. We got G-Ray representing the Pinoys, Filipino. We got Haywad representing Afghan. Jesse, African American, myself, Latino.
You know what I'm saying?
So the thing is, we got a diverse group of people in here, but we do not adhere to this political correctness because we're at the end of the day just regular human beings.
Yeah.
We just want to let live. And at the end of the day, we're all Americans. So like it's just insane how you can't touch a subject without someone being triggered or like, oh my gosh, you know, that's a very sensitive topic. You shouldn't be speaking about that, especially if you don't have credentials or a degree. I'm like, all right, I guess I can't talk about anything now, huh?
No, but like, yeah, what Hayward brought up, like, has it like, went down. Like TV wise, like, sitcoms, comedy shows, and and a lot of big comedians, they speak on it too. That it has gone down because now people, which we brought up, that now people want to be woke now this whole woke community is like, now a lot of comedians can't say certain things, and and like you said, from the the show Lopez versus Lopez, like how you mentioned that their jokes were kind of like, I'm pretty sure that they couldn't, they were, George Lopez, he be going off, like, he's usually not like that, but but he was holding back because he can't say certain things like he was, and yeah, honestly, I think it is going down just a little bit. Like, to be honest, in this generation, I can't name one sitcom that's like actually funny. Like, that was like the 90s sitcoms. I can't say what, to be honest, in this generation, I don't even know what sitcom is like the best. I mean, to be honest, I know Black-ish, to be honest, is not funny. To be honest. I used to watch it, but to me it got a little boring for me. I don't think it's that funny. There's some parts in there that's funny, but I don't think Blackish is that funny, or Grownish. I think there's another one. I think it's called Mix-ish and all that. They just got it more. Yeah, I think it's like Mix-ish is like, like have, people who are like half black, half white, whatever, just mixed.
Might as well talk about that part, but like, what do you guys think about the idea that, like, I mean, just because like Jesse kind of brought it up right now, what do you guys think about the idea of like how movies and TV shows is kind of like essentially forcing diversity, if that makes sense? You know what I mean?
Oh, I get what you're saying. I honestly know the question you're bringing up.
Are you saying movies or shows or both?
Either or.
Either or.
Yeah, you're talking about like having it be all inclusive, right? And diverse.
When some of it just kind of isn't historically accurate, nor does it kind of make sense. You know what I mean?
Bro, it's like, to be honest, I've used this argument a couple times on Twitter, right? And G-Ray, I want your thoughts on this too, man, because you got a lot of influence on your hand, brother. But for instance, like, here's the thing, and it's not that I'm trying to be racist about it. I'm not. But like, for instance, and I'm going to give two examples. So you guys, I know for a fact you guys are going to agree with me here, because this is, watch. So So check this out. So when it came to the Little Mermaid, right? The animated,
The one that just came out? Oh, no, the
Yes.
animated one. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So the animated, and then so we obviously remember the Ariel girl, like the mermaid. She was a white girl with red hair, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
If anything, if they were to do the movie, they could have done like Ariana Grande could have fit to be like because if you guys remember, was it Sam and Cat?
Yeah.
Ariana Grande had red hair. She
Yeah.
looked like Ariel already right then and there.
Yeah.
So could have had her on, right?
That's
And a
good
lot of
shit.
people were like saying, a lot of people were getting all butthurt about that. Like, oh no, it's okay because we need inclusivity and diversity. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing that I told people. If you guys remember, this was a very iconic character from the early 2000s and 90s. He was a superhero, Static Shock.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Static
Yeah.
Shock.
Static Shock was
Yeah.
a black dude, right?
Yeah.
Now imagine this. Imagine if they were doing live action with a white dude playing Static Shock.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense.
It
Wow.
wouldn't make any sense because originally the character was a black hero. So it's like saying, and then those people freeze up. They're like, I'm like, you see? It's like you got keep the characters how they were in the original, and that's it. And then
No,
if
I
there are more people of color that were original characters, keep them like that. That's fine.
And
Yeah.
oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No. I was just saying, yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I was just, and I don't want to make it like a whole black thing because, like, honestly, I kind of disagree that I was really confused with the whole new Little Mermaid. Like, why is it a black girl? Like, why not keep it like we remember the one that, white girl, redhead, like, what's going on? And damn, the Static Shock, whoo, hang gonna lie, they added in a white boy, not because he's white, but I would be triggered and offended at the same time. Like,
Did you know that?
what the hell? Are you serious right now? Like,
No, for real. Hey, G-Ray, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts, bro, on, like, for instance, like the inclusivity things? What are your opinions? What are your thoughts on that, brother?
I had no idea. Well, that's the idea, right? Like a white Static Shock.
Imagine.
That's like, imagine that. No, I used to at night, bro, Static Shock used to come on at TV, bro, like 7, 8 p.m., bro. I used to like just watch that, and used to be like on Warner Brothers, whatever.
Yes, WB Kids.
yes, sir.
Yup.
Yep.
And did you guys know Snow White's going to be Hispanic in the next one?
Who?
Snow White is
Oh,
going to be
shit.
Hispanic.
Wait, who?
You've got to be Snow White. Disney Snow White. The live
And-
action, they're going to make her Hispanic.
Perfect timing.
And
You've got to be
apparently,
kidding me.
Some of the dwarves that they casted, they're not actually like dwarves and such like that, and all of them are diverse. I don't really see white character for the dwarves. I think there's only one short one anyway.
They ain't got no
Oh,
beards,
my.
huh? They ain't got no beards or no,
No, they got
no
no-
big ass nose.
That's crazy. That's
Nope.
funny.
Bro, Disney is making everything trash.
And one of them is a woman too. One of them is a black woman.
What a dwarf.
Oh, hell no.
You
Go.
all right, they done messed up now. They hold up a sec. Oh my bro.
I mean,
this
but
is
listen though.
getting
All
out
right,
of hand.
listen. Because I guess I have a soft spot with Latinas, right? Listen, and this Latina girl who's playing white is Snow White. I ain't gonna lie. If she's bad, I ain't got
No.
no problem with it. That's like,
I mean, I thought it was the person.
I love the Latinas. You know what I'm saying? I love them.
Bro, it's like, damn. Bro, what? Dude, it's crazy though, if you think about it. It's like, why is it so hard? Why is it so hard and difficult for like these studios that are producing, directing these films, live action? Why is it so hard to just keep the characters how they were in the original film? You know what I heard too the other day? And this one went viral. It went viral on Twitter. This had like over like 800,000, close to 1 million likes. I saw a tweet, and it was basically like how we were talking about like Disney's old movies playing like original characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like for instance, it's like we mentioned the like Little Mermaid being played by like the live action by a black woman, right? And then we had like other films that like it's like it had white characters in the original one, and then black characters, right? And then someone was like, and then they put Tarzan, and it's like I dare Disney. It's like Disney won't do it. But imagine, like, would they put a black man as Tarzan? And if I guarantee you, Disney right then and there would not do that, because then and there they would for sure be painted as racist. Yeah, because if you think about it, Disney's so dumb for that, because it's like hold up, just keep the original characters who you had. If you had original black characters in the animated film, then in the live action film they should be black. That's how it should be. It's like,
yeah.
I was actually gonna say, now I will say this, like I was gonna actually post this on my IG story. I was just kind of like, let me just wait to see like when the coast is clear for like, in case I'm ready to get flamed for it. But like I was gonna say, well, I mean, honestly, I'd be surprised if people even give me shit about it. But like I was gonna actually make a post saying that how I kind of like, I don't agree that we should like, just completely change. Like it does not promote diversity for us to change white characters into a person of color. But however, if we were to make a whole new character who is a diverse character and stuff like that, then it's okay, because like at that point you made a new character and that's what fits, So like if you, I know like let's say Jesse's into comics, like instead of just changing like one of the like the historical characters like race in for a movie and such like that, just make a new character for a comic book, and then whenever you make a movie or so, then you can go ahead and like use that character rightfully. You know what I mean?
Right on the freaking money. That's where we introduce. As a matter of fact, like say we have like a new DC comic, and it's like the Justice League, and we introduce like us as sidekicks. We have representation of Latinos, Filipinos, Afghan, and Black. And imagine that. Like that, and it's brand new characters. It's like, that's how you do it. That's where the creativity should be shown and presented. But what the hell are they doing, man? What in
it's kind of it's just kind of like I mean, I don't think that's like the okay. What I will say is assurance is that like there are people who actually are kind of sick of it and such like that. Like now it's kind of stereotyped that Netflix is just gonna always like promote like a character that doesn't fit in the whole setting historically or so, and they kind of like have to weirdly like, I don't know, like freaking like make their sexuality different so, and then like, or some other diverse aspect about it, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like we just know that this is just like an ingredient that Netflix or Disney just does nowadays, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly, man. God, man. G-Ray, like if anything, because I don't think in the history of film, or like when it comes to like movies in general, you may know, but has there ever been a main character or a hero that was like Filipino? And if there weren't, what would you want to see as a Filipino hero if you could choose said hero as the protagonist? And we'll offer the same, we'll present that same question to you, Haywad, as well. But G-Ray, what would be your ideal hero in a superhero movie that is tailored to a Filipino character?
Wow, I've never been asked that. That's actually a crazy question. I think that you would have to go deeper into the world of the hero, and then you would have to combine creativity with real world stuff, like not just based on uh ethnicity, but like deeper on how the character acts in his real world environment. But I think
Mhm.
that's what could make the hero more authentic. Um, because you know his values, his morals, his family. I think a lot of it's being done now, but there definitely could be more like creativity in that scene of heroes and who they choose. It's very slow. I think it should have been done a long time ago,
Yeah.
way long ago. So yeah.
And, and if anything, what would be a superpower that a Filipino based hero would have? What would be his main superpower?
Uh that's never been asked that as well. Um, these are crazy questions, my guy.
Bro, that's why we
Um,
them dudes random as hell, man.
You know what I'm saying?
that's crazy. I would actually just be super strong, bro. That's like the first thing that comes to my mind, man. That's crazy.
I
Tough
feel that,
question.
man. And I
Super
know
Question.
Filipino parents, they are super strong, especially moms. So I wouldn't be surprised if
Yup.
if the hero was actually a female character, because hey, Filipino moms, they don't play around.
They do not.
Freaking what about you, Haywad? Like, to our knowledge, we have never heard of a superhero that is like that has been like based in like the Middle Eastern region, and specifically to the country of Afghanistan, of Afghani origin. What do you think would be like the pinnacle or the prime example of an ideal superhero from the Afghan culture?
So, I'll answer the question. I'll just add a little bit more context, like kind of like piggyback. So,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I, I'd say like my ideal superhero would be, I guess, okay. I mean, I don't care what people say. I say it would have to be a male. Okay. And if it's gonna be a male, you know, as funny as it is, for this one diversity class that I had to take when I was in college, it was a class that actually like they said like you have to kind of work on a project of you making a diverse character, or a diverse character, or a diverse project that helps like a minority group. So I chose to make a comic book. Okay. And
Oh,
like
wow.
yeah, and well, I mean, like I didn't like write down a comic book and such like that. I had to like create a superhero off like, you know, that's a minority. So
Yeah.
I decided to make an Afghan superhero, and I guess I kind of just like made it how I think it would fit in the Afghan setting. Where okay, it's kind of dumb, but I named the superhero Goat Tea, where I just kind
Goatee.
of, because it's basically an Afghan superhero with like bushy goatee and such, even though most Afghans have beards. But I'm trying to make this a young guy, and young guys look better with goatees. I'm sorry. So, so he, I guess that he has like a goat kind of costume, and because like in Afghanistan we have a lot of freaking goats, so I'll just use that. You know what I mean? And I guess like he has that like, I guess like he's kind of like one of those like characters that is very prideful of like being part of his community. They like will help no matter what happens around his like area and such like that, or like when soldiers attack him and shit like that. So like I kind of wanted to. I guess maybe that's probably like the best I can think of if I were to make like a typical Afghan. But what I was kind of thinking when you were asking me the question was, so believe it or not, there actually is a superhero that is actually a Middle Eastern character. She's from DC, and like she actually was in the TV show Legends of Tomorrow.
What?
I
I
don't know.
never knew that.
Yeah, so I forgot her name and such like that, but like she's a Middle Eastern superhero. But I'm not gonna cap with you guys. It's kind of a cringy hero, if that makes sense, because
Oh shit.
what I mean when I say that is that like although it's a Middle Eastern character, they made it like an Americanized Middle Eastern character, if that makes sense.
Oh, I see.
Where
I see.
they're not, they don't really apply to like, like understanding many communities and such like that, or like going by like the whole like Middle Eastern morals and such like that. And unfortunately, they use like, oh yeah, I'm a minority, I'm a Muslim and such like that, so that's like a shield to say, like saying that they're oppressed and such like that.
Oh,
And yet
wow.
they're doing bullshit that like I'm just being real, like stuff that like a Muslim girl or like Muslim in general just wouldn't be doing. You see what I'm saying? So
Wow.
it's a cringy character, and like
Crazy.
honestly, if you watch Legends of Tomorrow, they kind of it's kind of like a cringy comedy superhero show. So that's why it's like I didn't really appreciate the character that much. You know what I mean? And I mean, if it was my choice, I definitely would write up a whole different one. But and then what I was also gonna say was just like how I mentioned I was in that diversity class. I remember there was like my professor who was just like all about like, oh yeah, we should like it, like diversity is basically more important than like the moral objective. In other words, this guy would rather fucking pick people like Kamala Harris than fucking Mike Pence just because Kamala Harris is a person of minority color.
Yeah, Kamala Harris.
Yeah, it's just really cringy the stuff that my professor's saying. That guy was a weirdo. But back to the subject. He was. We can go back to it, but don't worry. So he's fucking showing us a video about some guy saying that like we need to have more diversity in the future, and by doing that, we need to rewrite some of the characters that like we see, like the popular characters. Where he was mentioning that we should have like a Muslim hijabi Wonder Woman or like an Indian Captain Kirk from Star Trek, and I'm like,
Oh,
Oh damn.
oh,
Oh damn.
God, what?
bro, no Afghan dude or no Middle Eastern dude really, like, what the fuck do we need to see a Muslim Wonder Woman or something, so, bro?
What the fuck?
I think
Isn't
a lot
there,
of us would cringe. A lot of us would freaking cringe if she's like, dressed as revealing like Wonder Woman is, you know what I mean?
What were you trying to say, G-Ray? On that? You're trying to add something to that?
Yes, man. Oh yeah. Isn't there like a Muslim girl for the Marvel?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
It's a new Marvel's movie.
Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel. Yep.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
I was just about to add
Oh,
that too.
snap.
Yeah, Miss Marvel. Yeah, it's a
Oh,
series.
snap! She's Muslim?
Yeah, they're Pakistanis.
Oh, Pakistani. Wow, I never knew that.
And
Crazy.
actually, this also brings me another reminder. So that show is a flop. I'm sorry, that show sucks. And like, I'm a guy of like who understands that Muslim culture and such because it's brought up a lot. But like, and do you know what's funny? So my supervisor, who's like she loves like like Marvel stuff. She always like watches it heavy, but like she's kind of on the left side, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
I see. I get what you're saying. Okay.
I brought up the whole like, oh yeah, like, did you watch Miss Marvel? And she was like, yes, I love it so much and such, like, and then I was just like, to be honest with you, I don't like it whatsoever. And like, I can kind of understand why the critics are giving it like a bit of a harsh reviews, And she was just like, and she was just like, all the people that are bashing on it is backed up with Islamophobia and misogyny and such. And I'm like,
oh,
like, dude, I'm literally Muslim and I'm shitting on the show. I'm sorry.
Damn! Damn!
Yeah.
Damn!
I'm sorry,
That's
that show
hella
sucks,
funny.
bro. Such a cringy character, bro.
Oh my God, dude. I mean, oh man. It's honestly so crazy how heroes and stuff like that are like, oh my God. One of the things that really pissed me off, and thank God it didn't happen, but people were seriously trying to cancel Speedy Gonzalez. And Speedy Gonzalez is considered like a Looney Tunes legend, and he's so loved and appreciated. And they were like saying that it was disrespectful to the Mexican culture and Hispanics in general. I'm like, the only people saying this bullshit are like white liberals, man. It's like that, dude. Mexicans freaking love. Like my dad is like, hey, let's Speedy Gonzalez. Like my dad was born in Mexico. He lived in Mexico like almost like literally half of his life. And when he saw Speedy Gonzalez, my dad was like, "Hey, I like Speedy Gonzalez." And then you got these people who are like, "Oh my gosh, the Speedy Gonzalez is such such a caricature of what Mexican culture is." I'm like, "You need to shut the hell up." That's what you need to do. Oh
It's-
my.
Or remember how like they fucking they got rid of the what's that Indian character from Simpsons? I think Apu or something like that.
Apu, yes.
They got rid of him because they said it was a stereotypical Indian character.
Yeah, yep, I heard about that.
Bruh,
That's crazy.
Apu was a legend on that damn show.
He
A
was.
freaking legend.
Damn.
Damn.
Look
Bro,
what they
they-
doing. Look what they doing to us, man. Damn.
Oh my god.
Like what Musu said. Sorry. Like what Haywa said, bro. Like they're making us soft right now.
Hella soft, bro. Dude,
Hella.
why you think, bro? You guys know what's insane? It's like they're trying to make men so soft that they're literally trying to turn men into women. And it's gotten to the point where I don't know if you guys heard. This was, if I'm not mistaken, this was either earlier this week or last week. But you know that there was a beauty pageant in the Netherlands, right?
Oh god.
And
Yeah,
the
Jesus
beauty
Christ.
pageant winner was a freaking man.
I mean,
Mm.
I'm not. I mean, listen. I'm not saying this is not a shocker, but I'm not shocked at all because we know what's been going on in our generation with all this. You know.
You guys know who predicted this? You know who predicted this? It wasn't actually The Simpsons, ironically enough, but it was actually Fairly Odd Parents.
Damn. Close.
Because if you guys remember, there was an episode of the Fairly Odd Parents where Timmy Turner's dad entered a beauty pageant and he won. Do you guys remember that? He actually ended up beating his own wife, like Timmy's
I
mom.
think I do remember that episode.
That Timmy's dad had a lipstick on and everything and had like the curtain
Yep.
as his dress.
Bro, what's up with all these old cartoons, like especially like The Simpsons? Why they predicting stuff like, okay, y'all remember the whole Titan thing incident, bro?
Oh yeah.
Like there was a whole episode on The Simpsons. They predicted that like years ago when they made it, and then it actually happened, in real life, or damn near happened. And it's like, what's up with these cartoons like predicting this shit? Like, what's going on?
Something about their.
I think what it is like how the writers and everything and such like that, they just do enough research to kind of like do what could be like the estimated possibility or something like in a about like the future that where the Simpsons could just like write about it, where it hasn't happened, so you can't really make a parody out of it. But like, let's just see what's like the what's funny is I had a conversation with my cousin about it. Like, for example, like, when it comes to sci-fi movies like Terminator and shit like that, what the writers, researchers have to do is they have to kind of do as much, studies and such like that about like how would like, an AI robot would be like, and how can we like design it to make it unique and such. So like they have to do the research first and then make it how it is and to kind of make it almost as accurate if it were to be in real life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
So I would say real quick, super quick on that. You guys know what's so insane about like the Simpsons, and a lot of people call it predictive programming. One of the things that makes me scratch my head, and it's like to me like too good to be true, and it's like how the hell did they know, or how could they even depict something like this? But you know the episode of The Simpsons where Donald Trump is walking down the escalator?
Yeah.
And then the same thing happened when he was running for president. It's like almost like the same exact scene. I'm like, what? What the fudge is this? Do these guys have like a time machine? What the
I
heck?
seen that.
You seen it too, G-Ray, huh? Like the pictures, like
Yeah.
it's just like the compare and the contrast of it. You seen it, right?
It's crazy. Damn,
Bro.
psychics.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like they're psychic, man. Like,
Man.
to be honest, you know what I want to go? I want to go meet the creators of The Simpsons. I'm gonna be like, hey, yo, hold up. Since you guys are able to tell the future, Can you guys let us know or just let me know what are going to be the winning numbers for the next draw of the Mega Millions? Like, I take that. I take that future advice any day of the week.
the month, the year, the day, never what store to go to.
Imagine,
what numbers it is. Like, please let me know.
dude.
Please let me know.
That would come in clutch, man. that would be like the infinite money glitch, man. Like freaking, you get all your responses from them. But one of the things that like truly shocked me with regards to the Simpsons predicting and their predictions was, and as a matter of fact, Jesse and I, we kind of discussed this one time, but it was the Brazilian football / soccer club team called Chapecoense. They had, bro, the Simpsons predicted a plane crash in the same area where, and apparently it was a soccer team too. I think it was. And so in 2015, that freaking soccer club, Chapecoense, had a freaking plane crash in the same area. I was like, you can't make this up, man. What the hell?
Yeah, who knows what's going on with that? That's why they still making Simpsons shows to this day. Man, that's almost a 30-year-old show, and they're still wow. Well, at least we still got the Simpsons, not these bum ass shows in this generation, sitcoms. Like, man.
Well, guys, you know the best shows that are still around that were from our time. Obviously, South Park.
Oh, South
Park is incredible, man. Family Guy. And
Family Guy still going on?
And The Simpsons, yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, the Family Guy kind of got a little bit different. It's now a little bit more. It's now dumbed down. Honestly, like it's not the Family Guy that we knew that would like go out of bounds.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
so it's not as edgy. It's not as edgy.
No,
Family Guy?
no, it's not.
Oh,
it's not.
Yeah, that's tough.
They now made it a little bit more catered to kind of like. I mean, it's like they still do like their insults and shit like that, but like they now dumb down. Like actually, I think there was a time when they came out saying that Family Guy was gonna stop making like quote unquote homophobic like jokes and such like that. You know what I mean? Like how they always did and shit.
Oh my god!
Actually, do you know what's funny? Even in 2020, they announced, I guess because of like everyone was just like now complaining about like the stuff that's going on with like social justice. So someone began to start a riot where like they were mad that the voice of Cleveland Brown is not voiced by a black voice actor, and it apparently got bad enough where the voice actor literally quit himself just because like I guess he felt that social pressure. So yeah,
that's insane.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy that the guy who literally played Cleveland Brown, he was white, and honestly, I never had a problem with that. Like, it was kind of a shock. Like, wow, like I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
I was like, I mean, I didn't have a problem with it, and it's like now, you know, people really made like a whole big issue, and then made him quit. Like, it takes a lot for that.
Yeah, because he did a good job. He was a really good voice actor. Like, it was really good.
And not just that, but like. Well, I mean, people don't understand that, like, there's a lot of, like, voice actors you actually be surprised is nothing, like, it's not what you think is the character. Like, for example, you know, the voice of Bart is an old lady. Or the voice of...
Right.
Oh, you guys didn't know that?
No, well, I knew Bart was played by a female character, but I didn't know it was, like, an older woman.
No,
well, yeah, no, like she's, like, over 50 and shit like that. So...
Damn!
Wow.
I think, and like I know the voice of Tommy Pickles is also voiced by a girl. I think so is Timmy Turner from.
Oh my god, dude! No! You know what's You know what's crazy? Tommy Pickles, bro, the voice actor that plays her, she's bad. I don't know. She was like
she's kind of young, yeah.
Beautiful blonde woman. I mean, she's now like in her 40s or 50s, but. She's hella beautiful, man. Una rubita blonde chick. Ouch!
Or the voice of, I mean, I didn't watch the show, but like the voice of like the little freaking like annoying kid Rilo from what's his name? Rilo from fucking the Boondocks. That one annoying ass.
Oh,
kid.
Riley.
Oh,
Riley.
Riley. Regina
Oh,
King.
Riley
That's
was
voice-
played by I think
girl.
both characters.
Yeah, both
brothers, Huey and Riley were played
Regina
by
King.
Oh, they're
females.
played by a girl.
Yeah, Regina King. She played both Huey and Riley.
Damn.
So
Mhm.
yeah, so like it's crazy how like behind like a lot of people just didn't know about like how voice actors, they're not really what you would expect for like the characters that they voice. You know what I mean? So
It's crazy. Like when I learned about Regina King from Boondocks, she's literally playing two characters. Usually, like voice actors, they usually play one. Well, actually, to be honest, nowadays a lot of voice actors are playing more than one like character. I mean, I realize if you guys are fans of Dragon Ball Z, if you think about it, the voice actor for Goku, he played King. He was a voice actor for King Kai. Voice actor for Vegeta. He was voice acting for Piccolo, and I was just like, damn, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, that's right. So the
Yeah.
voice actor for Vegeta also played the voice
Piccolo.
Oh,
yeah. And same thing goes for like I'm not sure how many like voice actors they did in Dragon Ball Z. They did more than one role, but those are the only two like main ones, like main voice actors I know. The one who played Goku, he was doing voice actors for like I'm not sure. To be honest, I think he did more than just Goku and King Kai. I think he did others, but those are only two I know. And it's like, damn, like that takes a lot of skill, man. That's a lot of skill, and just something that we just never just knew,
Well, the Rick and Morty and stuff like that. That's both those characters are voiced by the same guy.
What?
Damn.
Rick and Morty are voiced by the same person?
Yeah, they're both voiced by one person.
That's insane. What?
But I will say this: that dude lost his job because, like, I guess, like, he got in trouble for something. I think it's like some sexual misconduct, something that he did, and he lost his job. So I don't know how they're gonna replace him. So.
My God!
But no, all these seasons, Rick and Morty was voiced by one person, going back and forth. Yeah.
What?
No, that's crazy.
Same with the. Oh, go on.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, another example was how the voice of Peter Griffin, Seth MacFarlane, he also voiced Stewie Griffin too.
Yes, Stewie. Wait, did he do Brian too? That was another person.
Brian was Seth Green. Seth Green, right?
Seth Green.
Seth Green was Chris. Seth Green was Chris.
Oh, Chris.
Yeah.
That's who it was. Yeah. I got confused. Yeah, Chris. I meant to say Chris. Yeah, I meant to say Chris.
That takes a lot of talent. Well, to be honest, it probably doesn't take a lot of talent. More just energy. Like, man, playing two characters. That's crazy.
Even the voice of Homer Simpson was also the voice of Mo from the bar.
Oh, the bar?
Yeah.
What the fudge?
Yeah, no, I mean, you'd be surprised. Even the well, the voice of freaking what was his name? Butthead from Beavis and Butthead also.
Oh yeah, Beavis and Butthead, yeah.
So the voice of Butthead is the creator of the show, and he also voiced the one old dude and such, who's I think also the voice of Hank Hill from King Big.
Oh snap!
Damn.
You're talking about Mike Judge.
Yeah,
right?
Mike Judge.
Yeah.
Oh, I freaking love Beavis and Butthead. It's like, hey, Beavis. It's like yeah, it's like it's dude, they're freaking, oh my gosh. It's that show, thankfully, is not too PC. It's like they say like vulgar words, like they'll throw in like retard and stuff. I'm like, thank you. Like it's like freaking A, man. Like a show that it's like freaking like but still is edgy and it's still funny. Like I think like Mike Judge is like, yeah, screw these woke not BS nonsense, man. I'm like, man, dude, it's just like we want programs, we want shows just to be quality. Let them freaking not hold anything back, man. And I think this would be like a great transition because Wad actually brought it up in the beginning of the show. But going all out, and this film did it, was Sound of Freedom. Sound of Freedom literally I mean, thank God they didn't go too deep in the details of like what actually does go with regards to like the harm, like children actually being abused. Although the thing is the part that was the abusive part, which saddened us, I guess you could say collectively as a whole, was when when the smuggler freaking punched the little girl in the face. Like,
Yeah.
Shit.
that was messed up. And before we go any further, proceed, G-Ray, have you heard or have you seen the film Sound of Freedom?
No, earlier I was just like, I never seen that. What is that? So
Yeah. So basically the film itself is it basically speaks and covers like the horrible nature of human trafficking and how bad it actually is. And the movie does a really good job, and apparently it's based on a true story, and it's honest.
wow.
Yeah, it's just so sad, like knowing and seeing that these things are still going on presently. Like to this day, there are children being trafficked. Like the numbers are just insane. And I mean, if you think about it, like when we were kids, you look back and you look at local advertisements that you would get like from the junk mail that would usually have coupons from stores and such. You would usually see in the very back, it's like, have you seen me or missing? It's like those still pop up, bro. I'm like, holy crap, dude. This is so unfortunate. But
Yeah.
hey, Wad, were you able to catch the film? Did you watch it?
So I kind of did not like get a chance to watch the movie just yet, just because well, first off, I wasn't really familiar with the movie and such like that, so it's like
Yeah.
I mean, I was just gonna wait. I think I was trying to maybe watch it Tuesday and such, but like Tuesday just like I don't know, I guess it just didn't pan out or something.
Yeah.
But I was gonna like what's funny is my homie he told like he kind of like was advertising about it and such, and then he called me if I wanted to go watch it, but like I had something going on and such. And then like he ended up telling me that like the movie was actually really good and even like made him emotional. He doesn't really get emotional to movies like that.
Wow.
And then the next day, which was Sunday, I was just like at my house, and then my mom came home and she said, I actually just went to the movies and I saw Sounds of Freedom. And I'm like, what?
Wow.
You out of all people watching Sounds of Freedom?
Whoa. Your mom went to go see it? Your mom
my
went
mom
to
went to go see it. And then I was just like, what? And then I was like, well, tell me how it was. She said it actually really was a good movie. And it's also like, it is a tear-jerking movie too, for sure. So like, and it's kind of crazy because like, it's funny because I literally saw no advertisements for this movie, no marketing, no commercials. Everyone is just willing to watch it. And like, just because like of how much like, freaking like, like they're not, I guess like they don't really want us to be as aware of what's going on. And when I was looking up at that information on like what is it that they're doing to kind of like I guess like trying hard not to like advertise or so apparently I saw like this like it was like on Twitter and such like that, where I saw a montage of videos where like people who will go to watch the movie and stuff like that, there's weirdly out of nowhere they have issues like such as like, oh, they're like, oh yeah, our heating machine's broken, so it's like it's gonna be like hella hot inside. Or like they say like, oh yeah, the lights are on in the movie theater while you're gonna watch this, like we can't fix it. Or then they try to like make audio issues. It's just like the most, I can send it to you on Twitter, Julio. It's just like I just
so they were like in a sense they were putting up like obstacles for like people trying to watch the film.
Yeah, and and I saw a montage of it where it was just like random videos of people saying like that weirdly enough, the movie theater was having issues for the people to not be comfortable watching the movie. You know what I mean?
Dude,
wow.
What the hell?
It's crazy because when me and Julio, when we watched, I mean, it was completely fine in there. I mean,
you know why though, Jesse? The reason for that, and Jesse is telling the truth here. the reason for that is because it was the premiere night.
Ah,
And if you think about it, maybe all these shenanigans and mishaps are being led by people who own these theaters and are like, hey, this movie, we don't want people to actually watch it, so let's make it problematic for them who are trying to watch it. Because we were fortunate to watch it on the premiere night, and freaking, like Jesse just mentioned, we had no issues at all.
Wow. Well, I mean, I guess now that the movie's been out for a minute, I guess, like, and plus, like, you know, at that point, you can't really stop people from watching the movie. But premiere night, it's like, that's when, like, you're going to get, like, your most audience. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. It's just, damn, like, man, it's just, damn, that people like the movie theaters, they would really do that to a good movie like that. And like what everybody said that we've known, or like what Hayward people said, like literally, like it was a good movie. Like it was very detailed. I didn't cry in the movie, obviously. I think Julio said that he almost felt like he wanted to cry.
I was like teared up a bit, but I wasn't crying, but
there were some scenes where I was little uncomfortable with, because it's like, you know how the human traffickers they are with the kids. They, like it's just some shit. I was just a little disturbed. I was just like, oh God, Jesus Christ! Like you just kind of feel for the kids just being in a situation like that, and it's like, and it's sad that that's actually, but like we said in our other podcast, we talked about it. We gave our analysis. Shout out to the guy who wrecks him, Tim Ballard. For doing.
Oh yeah, Tim Ballard. Yeah.
I said Tim Ballard. Tim Ballard. My fault. Yeah, man. Like, it's crazy because yeah, man. It's just, man, that's crazy that montages too. Create montages for like for movie theaters to really trying to sabotage the movie already itself. Like, damn, that's crazy.
According to Hayward, he just said that they have montages of people experiencing obstacles or just anomalies of like,
that's crazy.
What's even going on? Damn.
I do be seeing like a lot on Twitter. I do be seeing like a lot of like get free tickets to watch, Sound of Freedom and all that stuff. Like now they're like heavily like marketing it now, and Julio told me that it surpassed the new Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah, bro. Right now, it's already made $100 million.
Damn.
And its budget was like around $5 million.
Shit.
So a lot. I mean, if anything, the audience has spoken, man. People are like, you know what? We want to support movies that offer a message that is worthwhile and that is going to, in a sense, impact everyone's lives in a way that has people make a call to action. And if anything, go ahead.
No, go on, Julio.
Yeah, and I mean, if anything, it just shows the importance of a movie like this is what the media should be promoting. But unfortunately, Donald Trump himself, he has stated, and back in the day, I used to think it was an exaggerated claim, but more and more I see it to be 100% true. No doubt in my mind that the mainstream media is the enemy of the people. Mm-hmm. And that is 100% certain. I believe that to be 100% true. Hey, Wad, you were gonna state something, brother?
Well, I was just gonna say, and to be fair, Indiana Jones was a bad movie, so of course Sounds of Freedom will beat it.
Damn, really?
Yeah, like, damn, you watch it?
No, I haven't watched it. No,
I haven't watched the new one.
G Ray, did you watch the new Indiana Jones film?
Planning to, not yet, man.
Planning to? Okay, for sure.
Planning to.
For sure. Yes, so apparently, hey Wad, did you watch it? Is that why you said it?
Yeah.
Oh,
and it was terrible.
It wasn't. Let me say like this. this is like one of those movies where it's just like you like don't make any more movies when there's already good enough movies. Like the older ones were just better. Like why are you making more? You know what I mean?
Oh, it's almost like the Fast and Furious, right?
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, well, Fast and Furious, at least they have a direction. With this Indiana Jones movie, you can tell they just made it for like, like just to kind of potentially make more Indiana Jones stories for the fans. But like, the movie was just kind of like disappointing, and like, and it even goes up that like, yeah, just don't be making more movies and such. At the same time, don't be making remakes either. So,
Damn, dude, that's
Yeah.
crazy, man. I
Nah,
mean, to be honest, I've never really been a big fan of Indiana Jones, so I mean, I don't really have
yeah,
anything positive or negative on that.
yeah, I seen I seen the movies, like, the earlier movies, and yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, they're pretty good. Yeah, no, I haven't seen the new one yet. Yeah, it's crazy that we saw Freedom, Sound of
That
Freedom.
Sound of Freedom, yeah.
That's crazy. Honestly, if it wasn't for Julio, I would have never watched that movie. I'm gonna keep it above. I'm gonna keep it above. Okay, I'm not gonna say the only reason why I went to the movies, but one of the reasons why is because we had because Julio's friends was our guest on here on the podcast, and I wanted to
Yeah.
meet them.
Mhm.
And I want them to meet me, and I want to meet them for the first time. So that's part of why I wanted to go and just see what this movie's about too. Um,
Mhm.
it's crazy because what I thought the movie was, okay, I'm not gonna say it wasn't good. It was good, right? But it kind of didn't. It didn't like pass my expectation a little bit because I thought the movie was gonna go another direction. I thought it was gonna go, but it went a whole another route. But you know what? It's good. I'm actually glad it didn't go the route that I wanted it to go. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, Sound of Freedom, and obviously in our other podcast, other episode we did, we shout out to them, we encourage people to watch it. And if you guys get the chance, get a chance to watch it. I don't know if it's gonna come on DVD or something. I don't, it's
Yeah,
still it's
it
still
should be out like digital for sure, like streaming.
boy, I bet you
Yeah.
I seeing already that the movie theaters, they're trying to sabotage the movie
Yeah.
itself. I never heard of that. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Like, bro, like still having the lights on while the movie is playing. That's crazy. And
That's
what
some
else?
BS,
What
man.
else? It was having the lights on, and what else?
Then the heater being
yeah,
off like that.
they were gonna affect the climate of the inside and such like that, and like. And I think some were trying to say that there's going to be some like projection issue. I think like that, but I 100% I do remember the lights and such like that. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, yo,
Oh
that's
my.
crazy. They really made.
That
Just imagine what's gonna happen when they come out on DVD. Yo, I can just see it right.
they're gonna be like, yeah, sorry to even mention, but it was at this point where we actually stopped making DVDs. So it's like DVDs go completely extinct because Sound of Freedom is coming out, and then come to find out, all streaming services all lose connection when you try to download it digitally. It's like,
Right.
oh.
Yeah, you gotta wait like 5 business days to get this. What you mean I gotta wait 5 business days? Can I get it now? I ain't trying to get it shipped to me. It's digital.
It's
Man.
crazy, man. It's crazy, man. But like, oh yeah, go ahead.
Nah, I was gonna say like whenever you guys talk about like getting DVDs and such like that, I just kind of like always remember the times like on Fridays when like I don't know what you guys do with your folks, but like I remember like my mom would take me to Blockbuster and shit like that, and like I'd be running around the store finding like one of those newest like hot DVDs that come out, and then like you know what I mean, like it was just kind of like a vibe that you just watch the new movie from Blockbuster. You know what I mean? Like I mean
Yeah, I
that
used to
whenever
do
I
that
think about
too.
DVD stores, I think of Blockbuster.
Yeah, it was either for me, it was either Blockbuster or GameStop every Friday. Every Friday, either
Oh, every
or.
Friday.
Yep, I remember there was a time. Yeah, there was a time I used to go to GameStop every day, buying all the PS2 games. Like and sometimes, and if I didn't want to go to the GameStop, I'll just go to Blockbuster. See if they got the movies or some games too. God damn, man. Yeah, I
Man,
miss. Blockbuster was it in this time.
It's
GameStop.
crazy. I live right next to the Hollywood Video. I don't know if you guys remember Hollywood Video.
I love Hollywood videos.
Yeah,
Hollywood videos, yeah.
That was my
Yeah.
shit.
G-Ray, do you remember going to Blockbuster or Hollywood Video or another area where they sold DVDs or VHS tapes?
Yeah, man. Bro, I don't know if you guys had the GameCube, but I remember my mom brought a game, Mortal Kombat from Blockbuster, and I kept it. Didn't return
Oh,
that.
shit. Oh, you kept the game? You
Yeah,
kept
hell
it?
yeah. Yeah, still got the case.
Oh
It says
my
Blockbuster.
god!
I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's crazy.
I kept the movie from Blockbuster too. Got the whole
Yeah.
Blockbuster step on there, everything.
Yup.
Well, all right. Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna front. I asked my dad to buy it, and he did that because I wanted to watch this movie. Which is, I mean, okay. At the time, I thought it was a good movie, but now it's like, damn, it's one of them sci-fi movies, sci-fi channel movies. And don't worry, it's a weak ass movie to be honest with you. But the best thing about it is I got the stamp approval of Blockbuster. That's pretty much the best part.
Yeah.
Stamp approval.
You got the logo, you got the
Yeah.
iconic, yeah.
The
man.
logo. Fuck you talking about? Still got it. Damn. God damn it, Netflix. They damn Netflix.
Well, you know what? To be honest, Blockbuster is more to blame for its fall than Netflix is for its rise, because
Really?
Blockbuster easily could have outpaced and outdone Netflix, but Blockbuster sort of underestimated Netflix's potential. As a matter of fact, Blockbuster could have bought Netflix.
Damn.
They could have bought Netflix, but
Wait, really?
What's up, G-Ray?
What? Oh yeah, no, I just said, wait, really? Like what? I never heard of that. Ever.
Yes, you could, because bro, freaking Blockbuster is like, man, it's like, I'm not even gonna waste my time or money with this company. It's like, we are Blockbuster. We are literally the best, and everyone comes to us when it comes to like a movie or a game or just a typical hangout on a weekend or whatever. But if anything, Blockbuster again underestimated Netflix, and Netflix was like, all right,
exploded.
yep.
And it was like the new age where people, they didn't have to like, get up and walk or drive to like Blockbuster to get a video, and you only could rent videos too. You have to take it back, like whereas Netflix, like bro, you could just easily just sign up for it, pay whatever. I mean, as a kid, your parents would pay your Netflix. You ain't paying for nothing, so all you have to do is just sign in, watch a movie or watch whatever show, whatever on Netflix. You're done right there. Whereas Blockbuster, you gotta drive, you gotta get up, go there, walk around, and they close too. They had a specific time where they close, right? So which is not really a problem, but for some people, if they got stuff going on in their life and they want a little video, then they have to look for the movie and stuff like that. Then you can only rent it for like what? How many days you only can rent a movie
for like a week? I think it was a week, right?
I was thinking like 3 days. I was thinking like 3 days or something. I don't know why I thought 3 days.
I'm not sure, to be honest. Who has the clearer mind here? Do you guys recall the exact date? Does anyone here recall? I was thinking it was like a full on week. Like say you rent it on Saturday, you could return it the following Saturday.
Nah, yeah, I don't think they let you hold on to movies for that long.
So it was like 3 to 4 days. 3 to 4 days.
It was 2 days.
2 days. 2 days. What?
Yeah,
Are you serious?
So, especially for newer movies, they have a stamp on it that says 2-day rental. So, yeah.
What? Bro, that's insane. No wonder here at my house, my sisters would be watching the same movie like as many times as they could.
Yep.
Okay, we're literally gonna watch this movie for a week, but now that makes sense. Why? Damn,
Oh
so
my
2 days
goodness, I
that
remember
makes
that,
sense.
bro. You literally have to watch that whole like 2 to 3 times in one day before you
Oh,
turn
dude. It's like, damn, that movie was great. I think I'll watch it again. You know what movie would suck to rent on at Blockbuster and have to watch it many times?
What?
The Titanic, because it was like 3 hours.
Oh, damn. Yeah, you ain't get into that movie.
Titanic.
Yeah. Oh man, I actually told Jesse this. And we actually did it. We have a little short on YouTube. That was the first time I actually saw a boob, like full on titty. Was from the Titanic. Did you guys actually watch the Titanic?
I did, yeah.
Do you remember freaking that scene where Rose tells like Jack, like draw me like one of your pretty French girls, or I forgot
Yeah.
And then she like, oh, I was like, oh my gosh, as a kid I was like, oh, what is that? What is that? I was
Bruh,
like, oh my god.
you know what's funny is like as a kid, like when you kind of see that kind of exposure on TV, you get a little bit shocked thinking how they let you like let that happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
But as a kid, though, and for me,
Yes.
it wasn't the Titanic. It was like I think it was a TV show, and like I literally just like did like a full 360 turn, and it was like I saw in the fucking movie, it had like a girl, her things were out. You know what I mean? And like I was just like, what? I never seen this before. What? Like this is
Oh,
Hey,
what
listen.
show?
as a kid.
Do you remember the show?
No, I don't remember the show at all. It was,
Damn.
yeah,
Hey.
nah.
Hey, y'all can't cap on this. When y'all see movies like that where they get a little explicit, taking off the clothes, about to have sex. For me, the first thing I do when I see scenes like that, I'll be looking around to make sure my parents ain't coming in. That's the first thing I do. I turn that bitch all the way down and go like these, like they sleep or they do.
Bruh, that's why like I'm being real, bro. Like it's just hella awkward how like I think like like now movies and shows they kind of like, and people actually notice this, like movies and shows just now have like an unnecessary like sexual content and shit like that. Where like it's just pretty awkward that like you know what I mean, like when you're watching the show with like or movie with other people, you're just like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
And I know exactly what you're talking about. Hey, what? Like some series or shows. I'll give a good example, like the Narcos series. It's like you're having a normal scene, it's an action scene, it's a fighting scene. Next scene out of nowhere, it's someone getting drilled. It's like a sex scene. It's like what the?
And you're not prepared for it either.
Yeah, it's like you just hear. It's like what? What the? I just saw guns. I just saw somebody getting shot, and out of nowhere, I'm like, this don't make no damn sense. Oh,
Bro, like, go on, Jesse.
I was about to say my boy just got done capping some fools, and next thing you know, he's over here clapping some girls. That's tough,
bruh.
Oh,
like, bro, imagine the people who fucking had to watch Game of Thrones together, bruh. Like,
oh my god. Okay, I've heard a lot of people tell me about Game of Thrones. Apparently, those scenes were like super explicit. Is that true? Or
yeah,
I heard
like
that.
actual scenes, like
It's on the hub.
It's on the
hub.
It's on the hub. Oh,
yeah, it's crazy. When I watch movies like that or shows, I usually watch those scenes alone. I actually never watched them with friends. Honestly, I think that's pretty weird. If I watch it with my friends, that's pretty weird. But
you know what? I've watched shows that has sex with friends, and it's so awkward. Even though you're really cool with them and stuff, it's just so awkward. Because then I had friends of mine that'd be like, "Hey, Julio, you like that, huh?" I'm like, I'm like, son of a bitch. What am I even supposed to say? Like, no.
You know with that weird shit.
It's like, hey, you like that, huh? Like, oh, what? How do I even respond to this right now?
He'll up in your ear on your side like that, do you? Hey, yo, don't wait for me.
It's
The
either
hell?
bro. There was one time I was watching I think I forgot what show or it was actually a movie, and there was a few sex scenes, and I was watching it with one of my uncles, and my
Lord
uncle's
Jesus.
is like, hey, we might you're on and myself, we might be doing that one tonight. I'm like,
What?
I was
Yo,
like,
Paul.
hold up a second. I think this is just a kind way of my uncle to tell me, hey, maybe this is the time that you'll be leaving soon. I'm like, damn.
Your uncle's a freak.
Oh yeah, dude.
Nah.
Oh man, I've heard
That
some
boy has some
stuff.
thoughts.
Hey, I won't mention them by name, but there was one time I won't even mention my cousin's name, but this is a funny ass moment, man. Again, I won't mention them by name. I'll keep them anonymous. But there was one occasion where my cousin, he went to get some snacks, and so the thing was he was sleeping in another room, and then his parents were basically sleeping in the main house, and my cousin goes and he gets some snacks, and out of nowhere he just hears like the bed shaking, like the bed is cranking that Soldier Boy. Like it's literally like, holy crap. And then my aunt is like screaming my uncle's name. It's like, oh, it's like so and so. Yes. And my cousin was like, yep, this is the last time I go for snacks at midnight. Imagine, oh my God, dude. I tell myself, like, God, man. It's like everybody's having it apparently, but it's like, damn, thinking about it, it's just like, that's just weird, man. It's like, shit. Oh my God.
Bruh, like, it's funny how you guys are like how we're talking about this is that like and there was this actually one movie, okay? Like I don't know if you guys heard of it and such, but like it was I think it was like a movie that just way too many people confused this as a kids movie just because it was animated. It came like late 80s, I want to say. But like so the movie's called Fritz the Cat. I don't know if you guys heard of it. But
No.
have you guys heard of it? Or
G-Ray, have you heard of this one, brother? The one that Haywad just mentioned, Fritz the Cat?
Fritz the Cat, where like if people kind of confuse this as like a like it's an animated movie, and this was during a time where like animated movies were just stereotyped to just be kids movies, okay? And but one thing about this movie was that it was a fucking, I think it was a NC-17 movie where like it was a hella like I didn't watch this movie, but like just because I was curious about it, I looked up like a trailer. This shit was like a hella sexual movie. Like it's about it's basically like a cat getting it on, and even shows like the other cats he does with like have titties and such like that. You know what I mean? It's
Are you serious?
Yeah, explicit content. And I think from like when I was reading some of the comments on YouTube, because a lot of those comments, like, hey, a lot of people say some shit. Like some of the comments were saying that apparently Blockbuster had that movie in the kids section and shit. So hella people would pick that movie up just for the kids, only to find out it's an adult fucking movie,
Oh my goodness.
I ain't gonna lie, this sounds like one of them HBO little sex flicks they used to have at midnight. You feel that's what that sounds like.
Oh
dark.
my
Yep.
Bro, here's the thing. You know what that reminds me of? Like animated stuff, and then it being second. You guys remember the movie Sausage Party?
Sausage Fest? Yeah. Sausage Party, yeah.
Was it called Sausage Fest? Is that
no?
It's
called Sausage Party.
Yeah, Sausage Party. Yeah, dude, we're freaking. Oh my God, it was like 3D animated. Freaking. Yeah. Oh my gosh, man, the hot dog, and then there was the other foods. I'm like, what the fuck? It was like the weirdest thing. I never actually watched it, but it was just so freaking sexual. Like the pizza had like the pepperoni. It was like a female, and her bra was like the pepperonis.
Yeah, I heard that.
Like, so weird, dude.
I think even like the movie posters, they straight up said at the very bottom of the title saying that this movie is rated R. Like they made that in like big ass cap, you know?
God almighty, man. Thank God they were transparent about that, because just imagine it's like, Mom, I want to go see Sausage Party. And then freaking mom doesn't even know what the hell's going on. I was like, sure, let's go watch it, Billy. And freaking Billy is like, oh my gosh. Billy then develops a habit for looking at hot dogs in a different way. It's like, shit. Oh, God. But man, I mean, to be honest, dude, it's crazy, man. Some of these movies, like, oh my goodness, man. Like, oh, if usually if there's a movie that has a sex scene, I'll usually recommend a good movie to my dad, and every now and then. But there's stuff, it's just so weird. It's like, oh my, just I couldn't imagine a comment of my dad, or I could just picture it being something in the lines of, "Hey, that's how you were made." I'm like, oh goodness gracious, man. But yeah, man, these oh my gosh. I mean, now everything is so hyper sexualized though. It's like, especially like the OnlyFans content. It's, oh god, man. It makes Sausage Party look like the Teletubbies, man, in comparison. It's insane, bro. These OnlyFans girls, they got no shame in them whatsoever, man. Like, I'll ratio them. So it's a term that the social media has kind of invented. It's called ratioing. So I literally ratio the hell out of these women. Like recently today, this one woman was like, "I'm the thickest girl on here for real," and I'm like, "Yeah, sorry, but you ain't thicker than this butter." And I just send it like a butter. I just sent a butter gif, and everybody was like, "Hey, bruh, like he got on you." I'm like, dude, it's like to be honest, these women need to be bullied. They need to be bullied back into like a normal lifestyle, because if you think about it, bro, if these women have kids in the future, just think about it. Like, imagine they end up finding one of their mom's videos that resurfaced in the internet, and then Lord knows what the hell they were doing. Maybe they see something where mom was giving top to a random person. They see that, the kids are gonna be like, "Wow, my mom was a whore." It's like, damn, bro.
You better not let the classmates see her. They see her, done.
Oh yeah, dude, that poor kid's gonna be bullied.
You are done.
You know, there was this OnlyFans woman that appeared on the Piers Morgan show, and she said, "I would rather have my son be embarrassed and crying about that in a Lamborghini or a Ferrari than be broke and me not doing this." I'm like, that's one of the fuck? Yeah, dude, that's one of the stupidest ways to validate your lifestyle, bro. Like, what?
She been smoking. That's what it is.
To be honest, in today's world, like especially like dating world, if you're talking or speaking with a woman, and then you see that she does OnlyFans, that should be an automatic red flag and an automatic like, no, I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm telling you guys all here right now, like the four of us, if we ever feel attracted to a woman and she's cool, she's dope, the moment we come to find out that, or she confesses to us that like, "Hey, sorry, I wanted to tell you this, but I never really had the courage to tell you, but I do OnlyFans." It's like, all right, sorry.
All right, listen. I might have a different take on this a little bit. I'm on the same path, but listen, if she got it, right, body, if she got it, if she treated me well, I ain't gonna lie to you. Maybe for a couple of nights, we can hang out. But like, listen, only for like short-term stuff. But long term, nah. We not in a relationship, nah. But you know, she wanna have some fun. You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're
You know
saying,
what I
Jesse.
mean?
If anything,
I'm
it's almost
crazy.
like it's almost like those like sort of like one night stand sort of things, right?
I was saying something maybe a little casual, maybe depending on how I'm feeling. Listen, if I get tired of her or if I meet another woman that she's worth it, I ain't gonna lie to you, like I might pull a Zion Williamson on her. Like, hey, listen, it was fun while I lasted, but I'm actually with a girl in relationship, so I'm gonna have to end this right here. You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you feel, yeah. Yeah.
I would say, because naturally, I mean, as men, that's almost like the natural impulse that we have, right? But I would say sometimes it's always best to go against certain impulses. And the reason why I say that is, if you think about it, when a person gets hooked on a woman or is hooked on that sort of like lifestyle, in the sense of like the hookup culture, it's really hard to get out of it, man.
It's hard
Because
to get out.
yeah, because if you think about it, the moment you try to commit, it's almost like, I'll give you a good example. It's like drugs, like a drug addiction.
Mm.
When you like people, what people usually say and tell you, and they advise is, don't, if you're curious on the drug, don't even bother trying it if you haven't done it. Because the moment that you do it, it's like, after the moment you stop doing it, it's like, oh my gosh, like, wow, I kind of want to get that feeling back again, because I felt really good. Whatever I was doing, if it was ecstasy or cocaine,
Right.
I want to get that feeling back. So the thing is, as good and as pleasurable as that could be, it's like, we as men, we have to try to like fight those urges, and if anything, maintain it to be specifically tailored to a good woman that deserves that. Because because if you think about it, one final point, and then I'll let you guys all chime in. One final point is that like a good man and a good woman, it's like they're meant to be. And the thing is, a lot of times where there are a lot of divorces, it's like men could be so caught up with like pornography, or also not just that, but also have previously been with a lot of girls, and they're like, you know what, I can't just be with this woman, I have to be with other women, because that's what satisfies me. And so a lot of times that's why divorces are happening at a higher rate, because some men are just unable to control the urges that they have. And if you guys would like to chime in on that, feel free. I mean, G-Ray, do you want to chime in on this? I don't know if you're still in I don't want to really
Yeah.
speak private life, but if you still are in a relationship,
Oh yeah. Yes.
nice. And like basically the points that I presented, if anything, it's almost like a golden rule, right? Like, if you are looking for other women or seeing other maybe explicit images, and then you're committed to your partner, it could sour up the relationship, right?
Yeah, because eventually it's either gonna eat up at you, or you just end up telling that person. I'm guessing, but it's something close, has happened to me. But trying to keep that in the refs. But
Oh, I
no.
see.
With
I see.
privacy,
Yeah.
yeah. So some things like wrap out. It's not always gonna be. You're able to hide things, because if you're with a good person, they're gonna find out. So pretty much.
Yeah, for sure. Sure. And hey, Wad, what about yourself, brother? What's your take on it?
So, um, so I'm gonna tell you this right now from like people that I kind of like guys who kind of like been to it, like on that like side where they kind of like wanted to, like BS and like not really have like a committed relationship, where they just wanted like just so much like side, you know what I mean? So and so. None of them found true happiness, let's say like that. A lot of them just kind of let's just say like they just because they do this kind of bullshit, they began to have like a very narrow view of girls and such like that, where it's because they find like because they have a very narrow view of girls and such like that, they kind of lightweight like have a hard time finding like the girl for them, where like I'm talking about like having like a serious relationship and such like that, you know what I mean? But like I mean we end up having like have talks with them, like saying like, hey, yo, like the reason why you kind of have this mindset is just because that like due to your like due to your mindset of only wanting like ones who don't want a relationship and such like that, and like you're not really making yourself like you're not fixing yourself to kind of like be the better man, if that makes sense, to attract the good woman. It like that kind of like plays a part on like why you're struggling, you know what I mean? So like like if you're just like stuck with wanting to get like McDonald's burgers rather than just gonna go get a Five Guys burgers, you won't know what good quality burgers taste like. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, and like and I'll also tell you this, like I have like a friend, this one's a girl actually, where she did actually unfortunately got out of a marriage and such like that, where the guy was an immature asshole, where like they unfortunately, well, I mean, it was kind of one of those instances where they got married at a young age, you know what I mean? So, and which was a mistake because the guy still had like his immature side still out and such like that. And like he still felt like he had to, like still talk to like, other sides and such, you know what I mean? And that's a problem because like, dude, you're now married. You can't be doing that bullshit. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, and because of that, like that went into just a complete like clusterfest, you know what I mean? And so I'd say like I definitely what you said, Julio, about like the whole like like the whole like addiction and such like that to so and so. Like at that point, like you can't really be in that lifestyle, because then you're just gonna be like you're gonna be kind of like in this zone of just wanting more of it, and like you're not gonna improve yourself at a point when you're just addicted to it,
Yeah,
for real. Yeah, and also like what you guys just stated, like for people who just go after that, I guess we could call it a dopamine, like, this is like, like you guys said, like that's all they would want. Like if they encounter a person who's like normal, who's like stable, they don't really know how to like handle a person who's stable. Like let's say a guy, like he's always used to like just being on and off with women, whatever he does with those women. Then he just meets that one girl who's just like normal. She, the guy is always used to like to the party girls are always out on the streets, whatever, doing whatever. Then he meets this one girl who's just literally she's just at the crib all day, just either relaxing or just doing whatever she's doing. She just goes to work, pay her bills, and come home, watch TV, whatever. Like she's always at the house. And like if you meet a girl like that, and like he get used to her like routine, it's like he don't know how to handle that because he's used to being outside. He ain't used to being like just always in the house, like with a girl. I mean, the only time he's in the house with a girl is they doing something at night, but like just like all day, like as like a date or just like whatever, like you don't know what to do. He gonna be stuck. He gonna be like, damn, like I ain't gonna lie to you, like you wanna go out or something right now? Like, you can go out to a club, and this particular woman might not want, she doesn't go out to clubs. She doesn't go out to clubs at all. Like she don't even like clubs. She just like doing her own thing. And he, and like what you guys said, it will make him want to get, more,
And I mean, if anything, that's like one of the issues that is seen in today's society. It's like men and maybe some women wanting more and not being satisfied, man. It's like we used to like, there were simpler times, man, back in the day. It's like people used to be a lot happier with a lot less. And now we have so much, and yet people people never seem to become content. That's such a big issue that we have, man. It's like people not valuing what we already have. It's like always wanting more and more and more. It's like you could have the baddest woman alive, and I'm not saying us, like, right, because if we had a very good woman, and then in G-Ray's case, he has his girlfriend, and he's very happy with her and her with him, right? But like men, and like I'm talking about like how society sort of sees certain men. Like certain men can have the baddest woman alive, and then with these scary bad tendencies, bro, that they'll go after another one. I don't know if you heard about this. I forgot the name of this woman, but she was like a famous streamer, and she got cheated on by this like nerd geeky dude, fat guy with the man bun. I don't know if you guys, you guys know who, have you guys heard about him? Yeah, oh yeah, J-Ray, you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, Sniper Wolf. Yeah, it's the guy with the man, but yeah, he's like his name is Sausage something, bro.
Yes, so you know what I'm talking about, right? That she was like, thank God you're here for this, because you're like a witness. She was super bad, like she was hella beautiful. This dude looked like a random dude you pick up from San Francisco. Like this dude was chubby, like he was like dude was a mess. Like dude looked like hella bummy and stuff. And this woman was like a goddess. She was hella beautiful. This dumbass, this man cheated on her.
Damn.
He cheated on, I'm like, damn. And the girl he cheated with was, in comparison to her, she was mid, if not up, like a downgrade. Like damn. This dude went from riding a Lamborghini to freaking riding a freaking Volkswagen.
Damn.
Volkswagen.
I ain't go. Damn.
Yeah. Yup.
For real? Like
yes.
Yeah,
like she's in the gym. She has millions of followers on Instagram. She has like guys like drooling over here in the comments. And he cheated. Yeah.
She was loyal to him and had all these men begging. Men were begging, like, come on, let me be with you. Like, I'll treat you better. I'll do you better. This and that. It's like, no, I already have a man. This man had he had the bag. He had the bag and he fumbled it so badly. It literally cost him the Super Bowl, the World Series, everything you could think of as major sports. And literally, like, dude fumbled it.
Did he have an excuse? I mean, well, to be honest, it's really no excuse. But like, did he even try to have an excuse why he did that?
I don't know. G-Ray, do you happen to know what was the reason of him actually cheating? I never got into that. Did you end up hearing or finding out?
No, but I do know that they're still friends. That they still made videos. It's insane that she still like went back to him in that way. I don't know, man. Standards are crazy. Yeah, they have a few videos after that.
Damn.
They're not together no more though. But they're like collabing sometimes.
Oh,
like why?
God, dude. What?
Damn. She helped him build up his career. That's crazy.
Exactly.
They're
oh yeah, go ahead.
There's a similar example that I can kind of like apply to this, honestly. Like this is a pretty funny story that I'll say. There was a time my freshman year of high school, okay? I have my best friend and I have like another best friend where she's a girl, okay? But they were separate friends, you know what I mean?
Okay.
At the time when like I was like I kind of decided to kind of like join forces like together with both friends, okay? And like when I joined them both together and such like that, like as some months went by, my female friend ended up developing feelings for my homie and such like that, okay?
Oh shit, okay.
So okay, yeah. So, another thing about that that I should probably mention that like my homie, he also has like another set of friends and such like that, like that he grew up with. So like one guy and one girl. Okay. So yeah, and then like anyways, but my female friend, she was a pretty attractive girl. Like I remember like hella like dudes thought she was like hella cute and such like that. Like they loved her personality. She has a really good personality. Even to this day, like I'll give her the highest compliments. So so this is a good girl, you know. And my boy's a good guy too. Like he's hella educated. He had all honors classes in throughout all of high school, APs, all that such. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't bullshit. And like no homo. He's a handsome dude. You know what I mean? And so you know what I mean? Like it would so they eventually started dating and such like that. Like they officially became boyfriend and girlfriend. And then like 1 week afterward and such like that, I just got the news from like from someone else and shit saying that like my female friend is hella crying right now. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck you mean? Like, why would she be crying, you know? And then
real quick, was this like a recent incident, like of her crying? Was this recent?
Oh no, it was at the time.
Oh, at the time. Okay.
Yeah. So then like I'm like, oh well, I mean, why is she like crying and such like that? You know what I mean? Because like I was a concerned friend, you know what I mean? Like
Yes.
so and then they were I guess like there was like a relationship issue. I'm like, relationship issue? What the fuck you mean? They literally dated for 1 week. How the hell are they having relationship issues right now? You know? So I fucking went up to her like, and then she was just like straight up bawling her eyes out. You know what I mean? And I'm like, what happened? And then she was just like, oh my God, your best friend just cheated on me. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, what do you mean he like? Because like I didn't even believe it because like my best friend is just like, if you guys knew my best friend, like he would not even do anything like that. Like he would not bullshit. He would not do anything stupid. It's just like, it's almost like you kind of just like it just sounds like this is a completely different person you're talking about at this point. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So like I guess like I'm like, okay, well I'm gonna need a little bit more context and shit. You know what I mean? So like after school happened, and then that's when like we would always see each other and shit like that. So I saw both of them like kind of meet up, and like it was just like a awkward turn of events where I guess it was just one apologizing to the other. It wasn't even an argument. It was just kind of really weird and shit. And I guess what I got from it, it turns out it's so you know how I mentioned how he has like another set of friends, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
He
Yes.
fucking spent the night at those homies' house and shit like that, and he ended up freaking making out with the girl without I don't know like how it happened. It just I guess he just wasn't thinking straight or some shit. And the girl was fucking ugly. Like I'm talking about some fat, ugly girl and shit like that. And I'm like,
Was he
what?
drunk?
Was he drunk? No. What's that?
Oh, damn.
He was
Nah.
sober.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, we were freshmen in high school. What the? And I'm like, what? This he did what? And I'm like,
that boy was horny.
I'm like, what?
Oh, yeah.
This didn't make sense. I'm like, that girl with this girl? Like, what? Like, I just didn't understand it. You know what I mean? And like, and so like, but either way, like it happened. So it's just like I kind of had to like you know like wonder. Okay, well it happened. So what the fuck is gonna happen now? You know what I mean? And I kid you not, guys. Like the whole fucking like 1 week and stuff like that. That it was just bad because like you know like I don't know like if you guys heard of popular relationships in high school, whatever happens with that relationship, it's gonna start getting spread. Like what happened?
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Yes.
And when everyone found out that he cheated on her with the unattractive girl, bro, like he got so much shit about it. Like it was his whole character basically went down because I felt hella bad, to be honest.
This dude started being known as the Miss Piggy lover.
Basically, bro. Basically. But if you guys want to hear another funny part of the story,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Might as well hear. Okay. So remember how I mentioned like you know like after school they had a chat and shit like that.
Yeah.
So after they were done with the conversation, like I had you know I typically walk my female friend like to her home just to make sure she makes it home safe, you know. So I was just like making sure she was calm and shit. And I'm like, hey, so what are you about to do now that like you found out about this? She straight up said like, oh well, he said sorry, so I guess I'm gonna forgive him.
Oh my god.
Typical high school girls, right?
So she, bro, the day within fucking 2 hours, maybe 3, knowing that he cheated on her and stuff like that, she decided to just forgive him because he said sorry, and she even got shit about it too because she forgave him.
Oh
yeah, high school.
God,
Yeah,
man.
that sounds about right.
No, but like, guys, I mean, I heard about people like getting back in a relationship after finding out one cheated, but like that took hella days for them to like and hella apologies. This guy literally just apologized after her 2 hours knowing about it. Then they still continue the relationship, you know?
Wow. Are they still partners? Are they still in a relationship presently, or?
Oh no. Because like I mean they ended up breaking up during that school year and shit, and like you know, like we all graduated. Actually, the girl actually is now married and has a kid and such. And my best friend, who I'm still active with, like he's he graduated from Santa Clara, and like we're still boys to this day, actually. Yeah, so
That's nice, man.
but to this day, whenever we bring it up, like I can sense he gets like a whole bunch of humiliation from it. So
dude,
That- nah, that's crazy. Damn, like that's crazy. Yeah, he must have been horny. He must have been horny, like Julio said.
or either that or the woman had Riz too. Like you never know. Like
Yeah, she rizzed him up.
she must
He
be
didn't
like,
rizz her.
come on, get some bacon fat on me.
do you guys want to hear a little bit more to kind of like add on some spice to the story, or I don't know?
Yeah, go
Shit,
ahead.
might as
Man.
well go.
Go ahead, man.
So you know how I said we're all a group of friends, right?
Yes.
Us three,
Yes.
okay. So you know how they continue their relationship, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I guess like as time went on, you know what I mean, and like they like I guess it's weird, but like with his permission, she decided to kiss me and shit like that while they were in a relationship. And I guess they were okay with it just because it was just like, you know, he did it, so why can't I do it, you know?
What?
Yeah.
Wait, to kiss what?
The girl kissed me, and the guy and my best friend was okay with it.
Oh, you?
Yeah.
Oh,
No freaking way.
Nah.
And I'm like,
no
what?
way.
Like, no, because like she came to me and kissed me, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And then she's just like,
good job,
and
though,
then
man.
she's
Good
just,
job.
damn, thanks, bro.
He said, "Good job, man."
And then she straight up like showed like pictures like, oh yeah, no, he's okay with it. Like, and plus it's your best friend. And I'm like, what the fuck you mean best friend? I feel like shit doing this. What the fuck? And like, and then she's like, oh, but it turns out I guess he was kind of joking, but I guess he was just like, oh well, I mean, hey, what? It's not a big deal. We're broken up, so like it's whatever now. But I'm just like, this is the most weirdest thing I've ever been involved in.
Damn, dude.
Sounds like it. Damn.
That seems like an incident from like a comedy chick flick or something, you know what I
Yeah, no.
mean? Oh man, dude.
Like,
That's
and she was
freaking
just
insane.
she was just like, yeah, no. So like, I mean, I guess like it wasn't like a revenge thing. Don't get me wrong. Like it wasn't nothing like that. It was just more like he can't say shit to me because one, he gave me a little bit like I guess his blessing to do it, and two, it's just like, hey, well, don't even trip about it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, but like I feel like shit about it, and then like it was just the most weirdest situation I was involved. You know what I mean?
So the weird question is, so you're like the only guy he would have let that happen? Like no other like dudes in high school, like if she would have kissed some other dude, he would have been hot. He would have been mad as hell.
Yeah, that's kind of like a question I have for myself. Like, don't. I mean, well, no, 100%. Like, if another guy were to get at her and stuff like that, he would definitely like, you know, like step in and say like, "Yo, bro, that ain't cool." You know what I mean? But like, I guess it was just okay. To add a little bit more context, maybe for you guys to understand a bit. the guy kind of knew at one point I used to like the girl and shit like that, and the girl was aware that I liked her too. You know what I mean? But like,
Mhm.
you know, I let that ship sail. You know, and then so during the time when they started dating, I guess they kind of talked about me and stuff like that. And you're like, you know, I sometimes wonder like if Hayward like likes me still. You know what I mean? And shit. And then my best friend's like, you know, like, I mean, even if he does, it's like, you know what I mean? I like, he's mature enough to accept us and shit. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't hating on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And like,
for sure.
yeah, and then like I guess like she instigated like, hey, you know, like what if I just like give him a kiss just to make him happy and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Because like just to figure, you know, because she figured that I might have still liked her, you know what I mean? And he just jokingly said like, oh, you know what? Honestly, I think I would let you do it just because it's like, you know, like if it makes him happy, you know what I mean? And I guess sure enough, like that was enough evidence for her to do it, and yeah.
Well, you know what? Thank God that was like a rated G version of
Yeah,
the
for
stuff
real.
that has recently gone on. Because, like, for instance, like Adam 22
Woo,
allowed
goddamn.
his wife to get
Hell yeah.
banged by another guy.
All right,
And
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut in this conversation. I already said enough on the last podcast. I ain't gonna lie, gang.
dude, Adam
Like, I
22 was like, yeah, just go ahead, man. Screw my freaking
yeah,
wife.
Julio. You remember what I told you, right? Our friend Brandon,
Yeah.
bro. He paid the porn star.
Adam 20.
He paid for everything.
Man,
And guess what Brandon told me? He told me that after that whole video, this nigga Adam 22 bought her a Lamborghini and told her good job and shit.
you've
He
got it.
told her good job. That's crazy.
I read an article.
Told her good job and
Told her
shit.
good job.
Dude, I read an article where it was from the Daily Mail. It said apparently Lena the Plug had mentioned that her vagina was still sore after it was all said and done. I'm like, and then Adam 22 is like, here's how you cure that soreness. I'll get you a new Lamborghini. I was like, oh, dude,
Told her good job, bro. He
that's
said, yeah, you
insane.
did good. He said, here's a Lamborghini for you, a green one, the green joint. It
Like
was
the same one LeAngelo Ball ended up getting.
Yep. It's like here, this is your new car. Good job.
Imagine a
Ain't
husband
no way, boy. Ain't
rewarding
no
their
way.
wife for
He
getting
paid for it.
drilled.
That's crazy. I
another
ain't gonna
man.
lie. That boy got money. If he paid a whole set, a whole video, he paid for everything. He paid for the cameraman. I thought it was him. That's tough.
What
He paid
is
for
the
everything.
world coming to, man?
I think he paid. I don't know if he paid her. He definitely paid. He paid the guy. I don't know how much he paid. Let's be real. He probably paid him like $1 million. He probably paid him a good $1 million. Hey, that's tough. Paying him $1 million, then bought her a Lambo. That's tough. You must got it.
That you know what? Adam 22 has taken more L's now than the Dallas Cowboys, and that's saying something.
Damn, Julio, you went that far?
Well, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, what? I don't think you're going too far. I kind of went too far on the last podcast talking about. I think I stated, Julio brings up all the time. I think I stated that all three of them need to get lashed. I think I said Adam 22 need to get like $1 billion. I think I said that Adam 22, he deserves the same amount of lashes as Jeff Bezos' net worth. Like how much Jeff Bezos' net worth, that's how much he needs to get
billions
lashed.
of dollars translated to
yeah. I went that far.
I was telling Jesse, man, this Adam 22 is no longer even going to have any skin on his body. It's just going to be pure bone. Oh.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Learn your lesson next time.
Damn, bro.
Dude.
I know that's messed up, but damn. He bought her a whole Lambo. Damn. That's tough. He told her good job and shit.
How the hell do you praise someone for just getting pounded? I honestly don't even know what to equate that to. Like, what, dude, literally It's like I can't even find anything more ridiculous, man. It's like, to
I
be
think that
honest,
has to be the most. I think that has to be the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. And guess what? The most disturbing thing is he's fine with everything. He acts like, oh, it's normal. Like because people, because like when he be like in a podcast and stuff, people be giving him shit about it. He be like, bro, like there's nothing wrong with it. Like this, bro, he's not there. He ain't there mentally. He's not there mentally. I never seen a man or woman just not there. Like he's really not aware. I don't know if he's faking it or I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know. I don't know if he's faking it. He's just playing. He's trolling. I don't know. But it's just like he thinks it's okay. Like what he did was good.
well, the most recent update that I know about those three is that apparently Jason Love and Adam 22 are now beefing.
Really?
Yes, yeah, they're actually beefing. And as a matter of fact, Adam 22 has said that Jason better watch what he's saying because he has some dark secrets on Jason Love that would be ashamed if Adam 22 were to expose.
Oh my goodness, bro.
So it went from a week of my wife just got banged by you, thanks, bro, to like you are my worst enemy. Like it literally, I'm like, oh, and what it? Oh,
I was about to say to Jason, like, man, he ran out the plug with the money, but damn.
Now they're beefing, man. It's like
How much, and Adam really thinks that, to be honest, who cares about his dark secret? Like, no. We're still on you, my boy. No. He's trying to change the subject. No. Fuck his secrets. We don't care about his dark secrets. To be honest, I think half of the world seen his dark secret. If you know what I'm talking about, I didn't see it, but from what I heard, the big snake. You know what I mean? Listen, I don't know.
the anaconda.
From what I heard, yeah. But like, come on. Adam, no, don't flip this. No, we on you. We on your ass, my boy. We on your ass, my boy. Like, come on. Like, how you gonna try to do this? But you paid the dude.
Yeah.
Nah, you're not getting away from this. No. Bring that ass here, boy. No. Bring that ass here. No, get done. All three of you guys are done. Like, so let me not get started. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm already getting started right now.
Honestly, like, wait, Adam 22 is a YouTuber, correct?
Yeah, YouTuber, podcast host.
Unfortunately, unfortunately,
You might be listening, guys.
Yeah, what's up, G-Ray?
He might be listening right now.
Oh, hey, if he's listening, we'd be glad to address any of his concerns. We won't back down.
So bring him here. Bring him on this podcast. Yeah, come on.
I was gonna go on.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, with this whole conversation on Adam 22 and shit like that, so and so. Like, I remember I was watching this, like, ironically, it's a YouTube video, but like, it was a YouTube video about about YouTubers who've gone kind of like dark paths ever since they became famous on YouTube. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And like, I don't know if you guys like watch or keep up with like hella famous YouTubers that kind of got weird over time and such. Like, do you guys remember this? Well, I mean, he's from Fremont, where I live and shit. There's this YouTuber called FouseyTube. And I don't know if you guys heard of him, but
oh, that one doesn't ring a bell.
Oh yeah, those are Fousey.
You know that one, G-Ray?
Oh yeah, he's pretty cool right now. Few million on Instagram.
Oh
yeah.
Yep.
FouseyTube is actually from my city, Fremont and shit. And he's like he's Arabic and so yada yada. FouseyTube finally became rich and shit like that, and like once he finally kind of started like making hella money off his YouTube videos and shit, it kind of got to his head where like people now have actually exposed him that he kind of fakes his pranks just for he can make a YouTube video and shit like that. Like, apparently he hired some actors from Craigslist and shit, and those actors actually came out in other interviews saying like, yeah, no, I got hired for from Fuzi just to like stage this whole like funny prank and shit like that. You know what I mean? Okay, I mean, I know that there's a lot of YouTubers that kind of like fake their pranks and shit like that, but like people like Fuzi, I guess, kind of like overdid it, and like I guess he also started doing weird shit like about I don't know. I heard like he just started like, I guess he was not donating money to certain charities that he said he was gonna do or so and so yada yada. And I guess like people that some of my family members that actually know him says that he kind of became like mentally ill and such like that. But that's no doubt. Like people that actually know Fuzi actually said he kind of went through like a mental collapse. Like some of his videos and how he acts is just kind of weird now. And I think like I don't know how recent it was, but like I saw like a video from like my cousin who sent in a group chat where like I guess like Fuzi's now like he's not even as rich as he is anymore and stuff like that. Like I guess like he now like he had to end up selling homes that he bought, like literally like homes that he bought for his parents. He ended up having to sell that and shit like that. Like he's not as successful as he kind of like during the prime of his YouTube career. So it just, I only bring this up just because it's kind of crazy how like YouTubers like do one weird thing, and then once like they get hella attention off this weird thing, they just kind of go through like some like they just become weird, if that makes sense, you know?
No, they do. Could we say some of them or most of them? Probably, I would say some of them. Yeah, it's just they just don't know how to handle the pressure. You know, yeah, they just don't know how to handle the pressure. And I guess in a weird sense of way, if you don't know how to act when you have that much money in your hands, you do anything to keep that, you know. And unfortunately, unfortunately ended up him just being weird, and yeah.
That's so unfortunate, man. I mean, if anything, a lot of these people end up having such great potential, and it's all ruined because again, the weight of the fame itself brings them down. And it's honestly, I mean, to be honest, I mean, it's a blessing to be here with the three of you guys, because if anything, we can potentially reach like a prominent, like we can all reach prominent status in society and whatever we decide to put our minds in doing. Like G-Ray obviously has his career ahead of him, especially with the music. I mean, I'm telling you, G-Ray is super talented, man. Like and I mean, it's like your music, G-Ray, is it's inspirational, man. Like you have a very you have the voice, and then you also have like the story behind the lyrics, man. It's very touching. And like hey Wad, in your case, man, you have you're a very intelligent person. You're very analytical, and you have a way of observing things that is very unique. And obviously, like Jesse and myself, we're just inspired in making the absolute best content. And so the thing is, what I wanted to summarize all that in being is we didn't obtain fame or recognition just like that, like just like the snap of a finger. It's literally taking like it's a journey that we're embarking on. And so this is the way that fame should be obtained. No one should just get it where they don't even know what it is, or even have like not even be like mentally prepared for it. Because if you're not, it's gonna override you, and you're gonna end up a mess. And you can end up being like poor people, like maybe like Lindsay Lohan, who now luckily from what I've been hearing is doing a lot better, but she actually had a drug addiction too, and she was just in shambles because the weight of fame that was on her shoulders was literally bringing her down. So if anything, I think, to be honest, we're all ready for the recognition. And if fame does come our way, I think mentally we've already gone through a lot of hurdles to be like to tell ourselves like, hey, I think we can handle it.
Yep. Definitely agree there. It's just I believe when I see a lot of people on social media, a lot of people do the things that what other people do, and most likely like like with social media, a lot of people do what other people do, like in terms of like, the trends and the stupid shit. But a lot of people don't do like, they can't be they can't be them real selves, do it the right way. Like how how me and Julio are doing it, and many other people are doing it in life. For us, we want to do it the right way. Like,
Yeah.
And when it comes to content creation, me and Julio, we don't want to we say this all the time in our podcast. We do not want content creation to take our mind. Of course, it will be a valuable asset to have to engage with people, and have people come on our podcast and comment on our videos and stuff, but we don't want to take it over our life. We want to we have other stuff that we want to pursue, other stuff, that we want to pursue in life. And I think that's what messes up people, like the guy that Hayward brought up. Honestly, YouTube is probably the only thing he was he was only into. If he had other passion to do something or to invest his money or to something, he probably would have been good. Or just be in the gym, just focus on himself. He probably would be good, but he probably didn't do it that way. He just did it whatever the way he did it, and it caused him to sell his parents' house. Damn, he sold his parents' house. He sold his house and his parents' house. That is tough. That's tough. And that lets you know now when people get success, that's how you know. You can have that success. It's how you maintain your success. That shit can go right downhill real quick. It don't take, to be honest, it seems like it doesn't take much effort to mess up your life. It doesn't nowadays. It seems like it's more easier nowadays to mess up your life than to fix your life and be successful. I'm starting to see that nowadays.
And like the saying goes, it's here today and gone tomorrow. Yeah. I would say, guys, since it's getting a little late, and I mean, I'm telling you guys, man, this has been an absolute gem, man. Episode 100 couldn't have been done any better. And just curious, just any final thoughts on your guys' end, and we'll start with you, Hayward. Any final thoughts, anything that you maybe wanted to address and we could address now before we close shop. Oh, hey, what?
I'm sorry. I just realized I was muted. Sorry. Yeah, no, my bad. I was just saying that I mean, I'm all good on my end. I just want to say that I'm really happy you guys invited me over for episode 100. I appreciate that. I'm glad to be a part of it. As well as I mean, heck, I enjoy doing these podcasts and such. I enjoy having these conversations and just kind of you know what I mean? All these random topics and sharing a bunch of funny stories along with it. So yeah, I really do appreciate you guys inviting me to this episode.
No, we appreciate you for coming on to our another what
another milestone.
Podcast.
Yeah, this is another milestone episode.
Yeah,
sure.
That's crazy. As you know, man. How about you, G Ray? Your final thoughts.
Yes.
I'm just. What's up, guys? My Wi-Fi bro was fighting for his life. But I just want to say thank you as well. Appreciate the opportunity to put myself on a platform and to grow mine. Also something funny. I am also 10% with the brothers with the ethnic side. Yeah. Anyways, with the music too,
Mhm, mhm.
I have a song that's coming out uh either tomorrow or next week. It's called Gospel. It's just talking about I don't know if y'all seen the story. I might add y'all in a bit.
Okay,
It
okay.
starts off with, yeah, like my grandma's on government cooking back home, and she loving it straight up OG, and she thugging it. Um,
Mm.
basically about life at
Ooh.
home,
Okay,
and
okay.
yeah, showing you artist life and what I have to go through as an artist, and it's not very easy to be an artist. It's not a path that everybody will take. Everybody looks down on you a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully down the line, I look back at this, and when you guys are at episode 1,000, I'm there and I'm grown in this platform, and we're at a better place now. So I want to
Yeah.
thank y'all and everybody who's here. God bless.
That was beautiful, man.
That
Well
was
said. Well said.
damn. Well said, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks,
Shit.
guys.
No, no problem, man. Thank you for coming to your first podcast, and like Julio will say, we're happy that we burst your podcast. How you say it again?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
versus
burst your
podcast cherry.
cherry. There we go. You
We
haven't
popped
said
this
that.
podcast cherry.
You haven't said that in a while. It's crazy. Yeah, man. Now we're very excited, and G-Ray was, he was anticipated G-Ray was supposed to be our first guest, y'all. He was supposed to be
Yeah,
our
our
first,
original. Yeah, our very
and
first guest. Yeah.
from, and G-Ray, he was going crazy with his album. Y'all just heard that he's going crazy with his song, coming out with a new song, you know. Man, go subscribe to him, go catch his songs. What would the people catch your songs on?
Yeah. Which
Platform.
platforms? Where you got them at, G Ray? I already know. Off the top of my head. You got them in Apple Music, right?
Yes.
That's one. Apple Music.
Spotify, iTunes,
Spotify.
all platforms.
Oh,
Yes,
the
exactly.
okay. Okay.
Um, exactly. Even Deezer, even on Pandora, you can find me there. Just appreciate the experience, guys. And yep, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, we appreciate you, y'all. We're gonna have all his information where you can get his songs at in the link in the description. You already know what to do, and also follow. We're gonna have Haywad's Instagram, in the description too. Go follow Haywad, social media, and you already know with us, come check out our content, all of our content, our what's it called? Our Instagram, TikTok, Julio's Twitter, our both of our channels. And for all the people who are here live, just a little bit of people, here. But yeah, for people who are here live, we appreciate y'all for coming in and tuning in for tonight's episode. Very, very anticipated episode. For all the stuff that we've been through, like off podcast,
I'll be back.
it's been it's been a journey, man. For me and Julio, it's been a journey. As everybody know that, this podcast started off with the four of us, and it didn't quite go the way we planned it. So so me and Julio just had to dog this out, and just be dogs this whole journey. And yeah, and to make it to episode 100, even though listen, it is a milestone and goal, right? But obviously, we haven't really hit big numbers or get monetized, whatever. But you know what? That's not even like the importance of a milestone. The milestone is that we kept doing this with
Yes.
all the odds, with all the maybe the non-support from not everyone, but maybe from a couple people, or
The
just
naysayers. The naysayers.
the naysayers. So yeah, y'all, and yeah, man, we appreciate y'all. Everybody who's live tuning in on Them Dudes channel, we appreciate y'all. We appreciate everyone in there.
And the funny comments. Hey,
the funny because the dude names I can't really say his name. His name is it's Josef. So is it Joseph?
Oh, it must
himself.
have been Joseph. Yeah, that's
Joseph.
Yeah,
Yeah, Joseph. We got one guy in here. His name is One Day Row. He said your name, G Ray. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that hey dude, Ro was in the chat. That's he's also a musician and producer, right?
Yeah, so
He does
Okay.
everything. Yes,
that's
that's the
everything.
guy. Everything.
Yeah, he said
For sure,
my,
man.
my partner in crime and all that. So yeah, man, we appreciate y'all for coming in and entertaining us, and we were pleased to entertain you guys. You guys were dope you guys were dope as audience. Appreciate y'all. Me and Julio plan to do more live streams like this. It was honestly like the best thing we could do on this episode. Again, we plan to do more. But with that being said, Julio, we'll go ahead and take it from here, my boy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the century mark. This is something that Jesse and I have been anticipating for a while now. And by God's glory and God's grace, we've been able to make it to this point. And we're very fortunate tonight to have had two wonderful guests. Our returning guest, Hey Wad, who literally brought the thunder, brought some great talking points, was absolutely incredible and amazing, and super thankful for our first time guest and the as a matter of fact, his first ever podcast, G Ray, for coming on down. A true blessing.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, man. And with all that being said, this is the conclusion of the 100th episode of
Them
Dudes
dudes.
Random as Hey.
Hell. We will see on the 101. All right.
Yes, sir.
Boom.
Buenas noches. Bye bye.